got to keep getting better, But, that's a good point. My other point.
We have a game to cast?
We do have a game to cast. We did have some server difficulties, but we do have vetoes. So if you guys want to go ahead and see what we're doing. I know map 1 hopefully is Ancient. That's what they've been on for the last, 20 minutes now. But, in this best of 3, if you're Aura, without even looking at the vetoes yet, what maps are you avoiding right now?
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
I am going here, and I'm saying Undone. I'm finna just get warmed up on you, because I even talked to a couple of the gamers over on the Tea Party, and they know what group they're in. They know what type of pressure is going to be placed upon them when in Group H. Going up against Might, that's their opening matchup.
Yeah.
So, it's really hard not to count yourself out of lands. As someone that has gone in, to the Fragadelphia events, like under a Pug mixes, these teams a little bit more official than I'm beginning to suggest, but it's really hard to come out really warm in an opening matchup against such experienced players. On Might, on Undone, it's incredible. Also, I just realized both Stamina roster projects in one group. What's up with that? Stamina, where are you at, buddy?
He can build them. That's for sure.
Stamina's undefined work, undone, you can say. I love you, Stamina. I'm sorry,
Bobby Stamina. I'm sorry for him, but Bobby can build a roster. He has a future in CS management and coaching. I'm telling you this now. That's what he should do.
Make some incredible content as well.
Forget playing. Yeah, just make content and be a manager,
you said coaching, correct?
Coaching, yeah.
Yeah, would be an incredible mind to have on any team.
That's what I say. Bobby, listen. I can get you a job. You probably get yourself a job. You don't need me. It'll be fine. He can talk to yourself.
Turn it down if you're off.
That's just what I do. I give people help.
I'll take anybody's money if he's giving it away.
He ain't giving money. Bobby, you make money.
What are you gonna do?
Get your money up, not your money up. Anther in 2022.
We have undefined versus Aura here.
Yeah.
Lamb Shoppington.
Lamb Shoppington, the freaking third.
Let's check on some vetoes now. Do it.
Where are the vetoes? King's like, we should probably do vetoes. And then,
I want them now.
This is why we need Chez pushing all the buttons all the time. No, we want the pretty graphic. Don't put it up. We'll
go ahead and get that veto graphic up for you guys when it is ready. But, DJ coming in, still leading this lineup is, I meme about where we came from Stamina's project before. You know me. I was a huge fan, still am of Dan's, playing over at Lindenwood University, where he's on scholarship to, hopefully get with the team. Unfortunately, that really hasn't worked out for him. But he's sort of been kind of teamless. For the talent he has, it's absolutely a travesty. He is currently within the sub rotation with Taggy over on the Akimbo side. So he stays active, especially with one of the most interesting mixes. Akimbo, obviously, a lineup that we acknowledge we're probably upset isn't here.
Why is Akimbo not here?
50 champions moved on to ESL Challenger League. So we do have this veto up in front of us. Vertigo ripped out by Aurora, Anubis out by Undone. Very characteristic of Undone, if I do comment.
Yeah, kind of grateful we're not going to be seeing Inferno. Not going to lie. Ancient Nuke going to be very fun. That's me being funny. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that to Lamb Choppington III. Yeah. But, decent map pool. I am not hating this. It's going to be kind of fun to see what these guys bring out on Nuke because, that it's a big brain map. It's not a Pug map.
No.
So it's going to be interesting to see how much they're willing to show going into this matchup on that Nuke, because that's, like I said, that's one of the harder maps to go ahead and win. Ancient Dust 2 Mirage Inferno, kind of get away with Pug in a little bit with some strategies. So
yes. So we've had some developments here. Obviously, we reference ESCA League quite a bit. A conversation as to North America a lot is where the heck are all of our online events? We need opportunities. We need CCT coming through. We had a couple series, 3 series during the summer into the fall. Awesome opportunities for those invited. But, one of the most recent developments with a unfortunate canceled LAN here in the North American region that was supposed to happen earlier this year has turned into an online league.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I've been covering some of the games, but the Perseverance League, which I'm about to reference, which I had to sort of give you some context to put it in there, is one of the newest online opportunities for North American players to grind through that circuit with prize pools of $25,000 in the Persevere division. That is basically a comp of all of the ECL matchups that you want to see during the offseason, right? Which, I mean, we can loop it back to the conversation that we started with. Insane. You know, it's going to be crazy to see what roster mania is going to look like in NA, but EU, it's going to blow our minds. I mean, I was watching a Richard Lewis podcast, and I can't really cite which one. I do apologize. However, a comment he made about how really just that. I mean, where we're going to be seeing a lot of the shakeups, just the rumor mill in Europe, it is like, it is candy. It is absolutely, it sounds so sweet, right? Like, I can't wait to, obviously the major has started, you know, there's so much exciting Counter-Strike, but I mean, as a fan of the sport, it's like we look to everything about it, but I mean, I don't think we're going to be looking to Inferno also. I didn't mean to pass over that.
Listen, now you're being the jerk, not just me. Man, but, you know, talk about the online events and stuff. You know, it was literally the Cash Cups when they went ahead and went down.
Shout out to the Nouns Vivid, like, what was that, like the Christmas Cash Cup? It was like,
the Holiday Cash Cup with them.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
The
with
NA
the Cash
Revival
Cups being
series
gone,
is amazing.
I would say they just, like, we
hope
had
I'm
a
not
little
forgetting
hole.
any.
We had that little hole for a bit. We even have the Notorious Cup, if I recall.
Yes, we have the Nut
Shout
Cup.
out the Nut Boys. Nut Up or shut up. You know,
dude, that's another brand that isn't here. That
we're the Nut Boys.
I mean,
they spend all their money on the Bud Light.
I mean, with all of the space here, like with all the entourage they usually bring in with them, all the fellas, all the gamers, like, and they're just like, you know, Miller Lite in hand, you know, bad day to Billy Miller Lite.
That
those guys.
1 year ago, we were in Chicago, and
I mean,
we were like, "Who the hell are these
like
guys?"
You got the venue for them, and then they're not here. Like, what happened?
They are legends in my book for Fragadelphia.
They
the placements, you know, no winnings, no placement, high placements.
Yes.
Maybe they had like the one-offs, the smaller ones, but the vibes those guys bring as an organization of just homies is immaculate.
Right.
And I wish we had another kind of organization like that, because I think having two, can you imagine having two nuts? Wait, pause. Two Notoriouses in North America.
Dude.
Guys, we don't goon on this broadcast. Guys, put out the bingo card. I'm going to move on from that one. But having another Notorious-like org would be hilarious, you know. But, you know another team that we haven't talked about at all? Take Flight. I feel like we haven't brought them up once, and they're an East.
We've sort of been all over the
right?
place in this pregame. I do apologize.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a yapper and a rambler.
Without some delays.
I have Take Flight. I'm going to be honest with you. I am at some points, I mean, I think Nello is going to be watching this, and I do apologize. And I apologize to Champ and all those guys. They've had a bumpy one. But you know where I became a believer was at Fragacago. If they can do it, it's on land here.
Yeah, man.
The online season doesn't matter when you walk into an arena.
We almost had Limitless versus Take Flight final.
It's truly going to be incredible that you can go into this playoff with every round of 16 matchup. You probably will not be able to predict who's exactly going to be walk out. Yeah, maybe the big dogs, maybe Sharks, right? But we'll see. You know, we will see.
I think NA will come out on top. I don't think there's ever been I hate saying European.
Let me hear your hot take.
Hot take, Sharks versus Boston finals.
I mean,
Boss win in
Boss
4
are the
maps.
only team coming into this lineup, this tournament without lineup changes.
Exactly.
You know, past experience at FRAG, past experience
but George
flying
is
across
so hard
the
to
globe
think that, though.
to Shanghai.
Because, me in my heart confidently saying Boss, but with Georgia to NRG, man, I don't know. That's
the
tough.
matchup.
If it was like a month ago, I would say okay, NRG probably, right?
Right. Okay, let me finish my Boss spiel,
happened.
because, I mean, the NRG spiel is one that should be probably the biggest thing to talk about. And, I mean, it's a big storyline of who's going to finish the year right for teams that already are not. Sharks did not make it to the major. Nouns, 0-3. Boss, 1-3 at the RMR. Right? These are
very close
NRG
game
didn't even
for
make
Boss.
it. Love the guys. They didn't even make it. And it was a huge disappointment. Right? For an org like NRG to miss out on an opportunity like that, they get to waltz into Kansas City with the Sharks, with Nouns, with Boss, right? These teams that they are going to be seeing at the big ones, and they could take a win like this. It will be convincing to those that are here and watching along online, sure. Yeah. But how it will lead them into a year 2025 that you are already expecting to blow your mind with the amount of Counter-Strike you're about to watch. I mean, it is a golden goose who is going to be able to pull out this championship and really hold that confidence headed into the new year.
Yeah, prime time to invest into CS going into next year.
Do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Boss, NRG, Sharks. I don't mean to just name the top 5 here, but I mean with NRG coming in as arguably the hungriest team of them all, right next to Sharks, who have had a very bumpy one, right? Bringing in Hoax over Pepe, a young Sharks Academy player that they had so much hope for. They get to come up out of South America to Kansas City. Hey, man, they might be a little cold, and that might go better for the Boss boys. That might
What's
be
the air quality outside?
What's the air quality outside for Gafolo to op IGL at his top speed? We don't know.
Do you know? I want to agree with you on that, but there's always, coming from somebody that is a manager in esports in general, something that I don't think people really realize is
managing to
Boss is probably the hungriest team here, and it's because they're trying to get that bank.
They're trying to get
paid. They're trying to get worked up. NRG, those players, they're comfortable.
They're signed.
They have to now. They're signed. That's the point. Maybe they're not comfortable with the position they're in, but they are in a position that they are signed.
With results, right?
Yeah,
There's a
not
lot
comfortable.
Like
exactly, not comfortable results.
Party Astronauts as well within that
PA
conversation.
as well, but they have a lot of reworking to do. So I think this is a great event for PA as well.
So they officially added
to
Viz,
keep going.
I believe, yesterday.
Yesterday, that's official now. Correct.
Yes.
That's been in the rumor mill for a hot minute too. But it's like I'm like PA. They're in a restructure phase, right? So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. If they kind of
just lost their new big pickup, Peeping.
They'll be a top 8.
Poached it out. Oh no.
They'll be. I think PA will be a top 8, right? But to me, they got to watch out for teams like Fisher, like Fluffy Aimers, like these ECL teams, or excuse me, Fisher's not ECL yet, but these teams that are like trying to prove a point that they're trying to do their best. They're here to win.
Yeah.
I think we really got to watch out for those. And one is slipping my mind, and it's bugging me. It's another ECL top advanced team. I think it's Undone. I think people are going to sleep on Undone for some reason. I don't know why.
I am sleeping on Undone. I don't know.
People,
I
think people aren't
not out of their
hyping them
group.
up
They're
enough.
going to come out on top of Might. I
think they'll top the group. Yeah.
That would be the sense with a full strength Might. Unfortunately, yes. I do believe they win that matchup on a good day. I think Might on a better day. You were commenting on maybe the often how often. That's when would come out if I can speak English, right? Like with Fisher and Fluffy Aimers.
9
I think
out of 10,
that's probably 7 out of 10 times online full strength. I think Undone take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that Might roster is about
on
to
paper
experience
alone
change as well.
You're just looking at the paper. If you're looking at the roster,
it's like,
oh god,
the roster. That's me.
If you're looking at Marky's Bible, he's got it in his lap right now.
Okay,
yeah.
This is actually CS Notes 2.
Can we get like a Sharpie that actually says that?
It does.
No, it does. Oh, it's that big though. We have to get who?
I know, but it's
there's
a
an
notebook,
artist
and
in the
it has to
menu.
look
I need
proper.
a Sharpie. And
That's look proper.
This,
CS Notes 1 is in my bag, full of Fraga something memories. Fraga you, Fraga me.
But it's like we don't have an announcement for where the next Frag event is, do we? Besides the Jersey
yeah, we
stuff.
do in New Jersey.
It's
on
just
the
the Jersey one, December towards the end of the year, yeah. That's the only one, so maybe Sasquatch can give us a little tease. What's the next city?
Where's Frag going? Hopefully to St. Louis.
Or back to Chicago. I don't know.
Maybe Philly.
I like the Chicago one.
I was speaking to Sprayden and Matum, some great gamers.
I gotta talk to Matum.
Some Colorado, Coloradians.
Close enough. The snow people. The mountain people.
They have hella snow up there.
Yeah, they do.
Hella.
And mountains.
But, I mean, they're asking, can we get Frag Denver back? And I know that there was a killer land center there. I don't know. I don't know too much intimate information about it.
I couldn't tell you.
I know that the
I'm an East Coaster.
land center in St. Louis that was used for so many of those frags and events that were happening there closed about 8 months ago.
Yeah, it's Frag St. Louis. It's just 3.5 hours east of here.
That was my.
Mark, you'd be like a 10-minute drive. Mark, you walk to the venue, bro.
It's a little wild, right? Here we are. 1 year. We were cast in that little tournament in Chicago. Fragcago won.
That was such a banger tournament, too.
That was a crazy tournament. I am.
It's like.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Matt, what was your first frag that you attended?
My first frag was with Vincent when Strife won.
Vinny, you said Vinny?
Yeah, I went with me and Vincent flew together from Atlanta. We went when Strife won. It was the Stamina roster. Stamina, Sexy, another Frag alumni.
It always comes back to
Slight, Aries, and Joel's, if I recall. That was the 5. And they beat...
Canadian Brethren, we have video games to watch and play.
Yeah!
Yeah! Arena in Hy-Vee, and you can see how we feel about it out here. Matt, we have waited since 2023. I talked about the 10 events that we had to meet this time. We had 116 weeks to get here, but we are finally back in Kansas City.
Now let's get things started. The pistol. It will be Undone on the CT side of Ancient. First kills going through. Bottom and Sexy find the first.
Pretty goated.
2 kills. Now there it is. Skadoodle
right?
finds his. Down to just the land Choppington the third. And Doopy. That's what I'll be calling him. That's going to be another down. That's LC3 now down, and that's it. All 5 staying alive. Pretty quick round. Chop already let him know. Tell him to sit.
Hey.
And that'll be a quick pistol here for Undone.
No, they're absolutely just ready to launch off into this. It's going to be a fun one. What I was referring to there was CXCI, man. Like, I don't know. I love to see players who want an opportunity to just go and do it, right? Like, grind out a lot of these events. You know, I talk about guys that maybe are on the outer cusp, as we mentioned, right? Guys that are subbing in, like Dan's and Taggy, like we spoke about in the pre-conversation. Dude, CXCI just straight up played with Jackro and the boys in Chicago. Bronwyn axed with them, and they pushed it to playoffs, and CXCI can show that he can do it, you know, really wherever. I mean, it's a lot of fun
that was the
in these big tournaments with that, right? I mean, it's great.
Yeah, that must have been really insightful for that Wantagoons roster that played, because like you said, it was Axed and Sexy, so hopefully they went ahead and learned quite a bit. Wantagoons, I believe, in grand finals, or winter finals, excuse me, so congrats to them for Zinco for doing that. Fisher alumni as well. I believe he still goes there, but let's see it here. Posted on up. We can there's a shot. That's going to be 2. Steal. Going to look for some more. That's going to be 3. That's going to be 4. No, Ace Chop steals it, but we take it. 4K there. You should just put him down right there. He was thinking about it. You saw it. But
did I talk about the bananas during the pregame?
2.
Okay, so I pulled Motum aside right next to the stage. Nouns in FRAG Akago, your champions that then went on to rock the Noggles with the trophy alongside. So, you know, I don't know if, you know, George is going to try and continue this tradition for Nouns, but Curious George was handing out bananas to all the 100 gamers.
Yeah.
All the potassium.
And then they lost a map.
Yes. They lost a map to
Limitless.
It was, on Inferno. I mean, Limitless are the Inferno team.
It's
I was playing Wildcard some Inferno versions, but there you go.
Inferno, but
they're going right out, straight out of Cave, up, and unfortunately the Choppington is going to be pushed all the way back with these premium rifles. Motum just taking a strangling of mid all the way at the beginning of this game. Undone really just stunned on him on the eco round before, and nothing has changed. It's the first rifle round, and you see how it has turned out.
Yeah, this would have been a good swing round here for Butts. Undone. Wow, I didn't even notice this. There's an op already on Skadoodle, and we're in round 3, so we'll take that. Steel the only one to fall. They're waiting for them to show up somewhere. But, Marky, I think we're in an unfortunate situation where we're going to be sitting here for a whole minute because I think this is going to be a save. The bomb still in Spanish right now, but
you're casting Lamb Choppington to third. Like, can we like be real, you know, for a minute? Like, this man is never going to attempt to save.
Did you hear that op echo throughout the venue?
Boom.
That was amazing. I can't wait to watch, man. That's going to be fantastic. But here we are, you know, LC3, 1v3. He has an opportunity to go ahead and potentially make this happen, but we'll see if the timings are with him, and they are for now. Going to be down to 73, but that's going to be Skadoodle with another op kill. 2 kills to his name already with that op, finding 1 in that pistol, and that's going to be 3-0 start for Undone. So far, this is tracking to what we kind of thought it was going to be. I think I joked about a 13-1 off camera, but we'll see if Aura can go ahead and pick up anything, because I do love these guys. Nate and Lamb Choppington third are 2 just amazing individuals. LC3, Mr. Liam, if I recall, that's his actual name. But we'll see. That is
what he used to go by. I'm not just going to drop the Govy. I'm not just going to drop the Govy, you know, and I don't need to.
Love that, man.
Absolutely. Obviously, a reigning grand finalist here in Kansas City. Played with Locks Kittens. Obviously with Locke here, another one of your Limitless
Love
boys.
Locke.
I mean, what a guy. I mean, I would love to see him at a land like this. They were also playing with one of my favorite players in North America. Unfortunately, a guy that has found himself on the out of that undefined roster. Now you see the changeover of it. I mean, you could say that it was CXCI that did directly replace that firepower. I mean, this is another guy in North America, young, with all that talent. Push that along to the side, just like Nate does exactly to Steel. Twice in a row, the Steel has just had a bit of a moment. Chop having his moment. Choked on that spray, but now it's Bonson to save the day. Got to try and net a couple of these pistols back down, but Lamb Choppington is going to be doing that exactly the bomb. Digits punched, and now Aurora have their first post plant.
Yeah, that's a double choke there from Undone here, but here's Modem, good for 2. Can he find more in the 3v3? Here comes from behind. Modem going to be able to find his third, looking for more, has to ace. He'll find a fourth. There's still one left. The bomb's got to be defused. The shot's out there, but that's going to be Aura fighting the first. Modem almost acing that round, so close, and that is an eco win here for Aura.
Right. I mean, let's be honest here. I don't expect these guys to waltz in and, go ahead and take the entire series off of them. You want to see Aura go in here and try and start their tournament off well. Try and really shake down Undone and tell them that if they waltz into a Fragadelphia and see some of the new names across the board, some that they may not have seen in the past, that is not just going to be a cakewalk for you. They really want to give you a fight about it, but that's really easier said than done. Now Monson flashed right back in. It's actually CXCI that does get that kill, but Nate right on the prowl round done. It does go down, but quick trades into A and likely to get that CT smoke down. Just does get it done, latches onto this site, and likely just closing it up today.
Yeah, this should be, I don't know, this will be, they're probably going to go for this. Looking at util, it's not a lot, but we'll go ahead and see what they want to do. We're all grouped up here in mid for now. And we got one player in Donuts, Lee. This is a big kill. If he gets his, this is massive. So potentially 2 rounds here for He spots one. No, can't do it. That's Chop. And now 2 left. Can he do it? There's the trade at least. 2 more here, but does he know it? The Molly goes through. He knows this is huge. What a play here from LC3, but are they going to be able to read this? This is safe at this point. Undone's lost the round. They're willing to accept that, but the timing's there for Steel. Steel almost chokes again, but does end up getting that kill, 1 alive, but the Brown will go to Aura, finding their seconds to the 13-1 joke that I made no longer could be a reality. So already bringing it back. Now, Marky, in the state of CS right now, I personally think Ancient's becoming more and more T-sided. I swear, the more I watch. As somebody that has casted for like many, many games of the last year, and I'm assuming many, many Ancients, are you feeling it's more T-sided now? Because statistically, I think it also is now, too.
Anecdotally, I think I feel that way, just mainly about CS2 overall. I mean, I think that you come in, there's a lot of similarities, especially with where you currently sit on the Anubis meta. I mean, I think that in high-tier tournaments, it was at like a 55 mark of the percentage, but like, screw the statistics, we know how that thing works. And, really kind of going back to the early days of Ancient before the spawns were moved and before it was really maneuvered, we were really used to that conversation of actually finding ways to try and, find ways to end up at a 11-4 CT half because things were not great to begin. But, meta change, those things been in the card for like 2 years.
Wildcard against FaZe last night. That's going to be first pick for Skadoodle.
Oh, man, what a game. What a game.
Did they win the half on T? And then I think they ended up, I don't want to say choking it, but it obviously flipped, FaZe going to T side.
I mean, I wondered if, obviously the pick'em conversation happening recently, if FaZe was going to get on to another slow start. Yeah. I mean, but even the
crowd is loving Wildcard.
I figured they really do, even when Kerrigan's there. But
CXCI,
I mean, I was about to say, ripping off the head would definitely make him a crowd favorite. But, I mean, with the fireworks here along the Undone side, it is going to be hard to try and argue for that top 1 spot. I mean, with names like this. With Chop, definitely, without that respect that we have given him so far, has been one of the more consistent members. But look at how Steel dismembers everything out of A main with Nate giving it to him. He sits on the 2K. He sits in Brokey, and it's all against the eco, but they have just melted them.
And now Skadoodle, this is really, if they go for this, like, at all, like, let's get out of here. There we go.
I mean, Chop, go ahead and, like, do your thing.
Oh, no, yeah, I agree. Chop can stay, but,
I think he is, though. He's, like, up to no good right now. He's back to nut, if I had to guess.
Playing for exits right now in a very safe spot. Now he's saying it's out. Okay, so they're just going to get the heck on out. That's valid. That's loud. But there it is. He's looking for the rifle. There it is. So this is great. So, a not so great round for Undone will turn into a little bit of something. They're able to go ahead and hopefully save what they got. I don't think any of the timings will be on Aura's side. So that would be Aura tying things up. 3 rounds, which is more than I thought they were going to get in the total series. You know, kind of like I said, semi-joking. So Undone, timeout. This is a good one. You mentioned they had coach back there now. You thought it was going to be the Dan. You thought it was going to be Dan. You said it was Scrappy? Who was it you said?
Bruh.
I know, I'm dropping. Stunna. That's who it was. I'm like, I don't remember Scraggy
Not
being
only
the
the GOAT that signed Stewie 2K, but also the GOAT of the host.
I just forgot his name. I know who it was.
Yeah, he says words on a microphone to his team and to the broadcast.
He's like, yeah, listen, guys, you're not playing good. This is what we're going to do. Get good, go kill. That's me as a coach.
Sure.
Guys, you could hire me for coach sessions. I promise I'm cheaper than the other guys you pick. I'll be like, wow, that was really bad, or wow, that was really good. Keep up the good work, kid, and give you a pat on the back like a true dad. Joking aside.
Wow, that's like what you told me early in my casting days. And I was like, that's it. That's it, Matt.
Listen, Marky, you've come a long way in the year. I don't want to say you're my disciple. However, I'm kidding. You've carved your own path. You're doing great, kiddo. But here we are now, 3-3, man. I don't want to say this is the young kids on the block.
It's a little incredible.
Because they've been here for a minute. That's Skadoodle finding the opening. Wallbang through the smoke, it seems.
Just disrespect him.
Modem going to go ahead, pushing forward. This is a great power spot. Able to find one. Can't find the second. And that's going to be Sexy, able to find his as well. Nate able to take out one before he falls. Now going to be a 1v4. Good night, Leah. As that's going to be that. There you go. Timeout needed. Worked. Undone. Getting things going already. We're going to find their 4th here. After trading the 3 rounds for 3 rounds there, is now we're going to look forward here economy-wise. It's looking like it may be, don't want to say it's 2 legs. I don't know how much they can hear us there. Like a save.
I hope they can.
Can they hear us?
Yeah.
Hey, modem. That was really loud. I'm not doing that again.
I got really close to my microphone.
Dude, oh my God. Guys, instead of the crowd cheating, it's the passive cheating.
Thumbs up or down?
What's up?
Don't worry about that.
I can't hear you.
They're going quick about it, so I say wipe it off the slate just like we will. Shoppington, he's just sat down by Steele, who continues to probably get a lot more than he should through that smoke. Matum just had the 4K on the prowl the last time he was to the back of the square. Now he has just opened up, and he's already got just half of that. One more player, though, already up in the conversation. Nate is just going to be shoved out, and it is Matum. This guy's just an absolute retake monster. 3 frags again, and Undone. Yeah, I think Gru's on to a 5th round just like that.
Modem is beating the washed allegations. I don't know how many people just count this guy out already. I freaking love him. I feel like whenever he's on a really good core and a consistent core, I feel like he always performs. And I think that could be said by a lot of players. You were mentioning Dan's and Grizz, I think is another great example we kind of talked about yesterday off camera of how these players are extremely just individually talented, but they just need to get into a set core. And I think Modem's on that same boat right now. So here he is now. Now 12-5, against Aura, not like a superb team, but we'll see how he does against Might later. As now a lot of Uto going on out, as so every round in Ancient goes, but now we're going to be seeing Duke be here on the hop. Oh, this could be a timing and a half here. We'll see it, but now pushing through will be LC3, able to take out Steel, and that's going to be another down. That's the op finding that kill. Now Chop will go ahead and take out Mr. Liam. As now it's going to be a 3v4, but that is a solid nade there. Duke and Nate both hit by that. Is now trying to push on up little by little. It's going to be over towards A. The guys making their way back through spawn now, it seems. And right now the backline is just Skadoodle with that op and CT spawn. They have a player in mid, so no quick rotates here for Undone. Skadoodle find his, back up, play that retake. Should be in a decent situation for them, but we'll see. Because now it's 58 seconds left on that clock. Utility it's looking okay here for her to take the site at least.
Skadoodle standing up to it. No way. They're waiting for a bit of a crawl towards B at the moment.
Modem is a heavy lurker.
You have to make contact for it.
He's a heavy lurker.
You have to do it. But Chop, the man that's been forgotten in this game so far, is just missed by the op shot there. And Chop has now actually been traded 1-1, but he sees Nate go back on the death cam. There's nothing about this that is hidden at the moment. Sneaking out A. Reckless just going to be at the front of this with Lay. They're all the way in. 22 seconds to let this thing through. Matum about to just shake hands here as he runs through. It's the frag up in the middle. 14 now ticking down, but here it's a 1 versus 2, but that was the entire bomb. That was the chance.
Yeah, you know, it was a great play there by Aura, but they just took too long to activate. We saw it on the radar as soon as Chop died. Skadoodle and Modem both turned their attention. Skadoodle giving up CT, moving all the way to the back of B, setting up and everything. They would have just ran onto site. Obviously, they don't know that, right? It's really hard to say that, but it would have been a guaranteed 2v1, the fight in mid as well. I don't know. But Aura, I think, just taking their time, kind of biting themselves in the butt a little bit. But now here we go once again for them. The first round they found was an eco. So let's see if they can go ahead and keep this one going. I mean, I think they went out the last one, but it was extremely close. So here we are now, trying to take G to control. Is now Duke going to be the head start here? Steal. Might get caught off guard here. Here they come. He hears, and the damage not really there. But now the first kill. That's going to be Chop now down, looking for his first for the round. That's Steal pushing on out. That's the pistol. Skadoodle DCing on land. And then that's going to now be a 3v3. It's Reckless, LC3. Leo, the last 3 life for Aura as the shots are going back and forth through that smoke. The Steal and Sexy. We're joined by Modem with low HP. And they're trying to take some space here. We see it in mid. Only one player. That's going to be Sexy here on the A site. 2 on towards B for Undone. We'll see how these guys want to progress here because they're not able to pick up any rifles or anything at this moment. It's now Modem going to be joined here with the other 3 in Aura. That's 1. That's 2. Can he find the third? He does. Modem, nice little 3K gets the pistols. As out, it's going to be 7-3 in favor of Undone.
I mean, Modem, a guy that's been very active within the last year, a man that I have certainly been watching with a close eye. The conversation and the development of this wild card squad has been one that obviously is reaching the peak of its storyline today. However, when you acknowledge the fact that Modem was one of these players that was briefly in out of that roster, unfortunately, I do believe because of roster restriction rules, couldn't actually fully join, right? Then lending the opportunity to those young guns. I mean, you had Grizz come through those walls. You would Call Me Sue. Imagine what insane experience that is for those guys that are matching up with Stanislaw very early in their careers and that are going to go on to have the experience afterwards, which is crazy.
Sue. I miss him. Is he coming back?
I hope so. The last time I heard, he was an active player, so that is amazing. But I mean, Matam, when we did hear about it, it was IEM Chengdu that Wildcard did get to go play in. Matam played with them there.
Yeah.
He took the trip all the way over. He made it with the squad, and like that's why this land feels like a breeze to him. He'd been there, done that.
Yeah, you know, Modem's got that experience in his pocket now, so we'll see how much we'll see it down the line. But that's LC3 finding 2. LC2, he's looking for that third up in hand. We'll see. He's starting to push. The timings here not really in favor of him, but a lot of utils starting to get thrown. That's going to be a molly cutting him on off. He's now pushing forward little by little. Still not guaranteed to hit a site here, but this is Bottom getting aggressive, surprisingly. Trying to catch these timings as LC3 does hear him. As those are the shots at Chop finding 2. Now going to be a 3v3. That's Modem finding his. This defense here on the B site, you can't beat it. A 3v5 turned into now a 3v2 in favor of Undone. Lamb Choppington, Dupe. We'll see what they can do. The bomb is there on the site. Round practically lost for Aura. They have to win their gunfights here. Trying to find the wall bang. Can't find anything quite yet. Still a little bit of time to work with. 50 seconds and a molly, and now the nade now just getting thrown out. Not going to connect. The time is winding down here, Marky. This is a big round here for Aura. They don't want to fall too far. 8-4 is a very hard scoreline to come back from, especially now on a T-sided map like Ancient.
Oh, man.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
looked away for a second.
As the wind is blowing, right, that's exactly where Aura are caught and probably going to be left, just flowing right there. However, you know, there was the jump start at the beginning of that game, which, I mean, the symptoms just drop off, right? You see the sickness go away, but, I mean, the cold is clearly still in Reckless. Unfortunately, yet to frag. You know, pressure on, first game on the stage, facing off against Matam, Skadoodle, Steal, right? You know, Skadoodle and Steal got back into the business, and they found a big 3 so that they could open theirs, and they're sending Sexy down to try and just find everything he does. It's an open space, green grass, that he does get all that control towards B, where Aura have really just been taught to stay in the corner and earn some respect from the big dogs.
It's actually like insane to think about that they were able to find these 3 players coming
it's
down
insane.
to tier 2. It really, no, like you said that, I'm like, oh my God, wait, he's right. How the hell did they get this lucky, you know?
Yeah.
You know, but in the end, I kind of miss the Undefined logo. I'm not going to lie. I was talking to Floofies about that earlier. I said, I don't know which one I like more, Undone or Undefined, both the name and the logo. But we're stuck with Undone. But Aura, still in this game.
They had some great times over there, I will say. Yeah. Beautiful memories.
And still no kills yet in this round. We are under a minute now. Modem, there it is. He'll be taken out first. And that's been, dude, just... I don't want to talk about Limitless too terribly much. Back in the Limitless days, him taking mid on Ancient on CT&T was such a treat. So seeing him still do it now, almost a year later, is awesome. With that Mr. roster, that version of it. But here we are now, back in mid. A lot of damage done. No kills yet for Undone. Modem the only one down for now. So that's going to be a kill. Sexy will find his evening things on out with some damage already done. Right now, no op for Aura as well. Last round, they do. That's the first coming out. Sexy. Gonna miss it, but chops it. Help him on out. And there it is. Bit of a meat grind, though, but it will be Aura coming out on top of this fight. And now the rotation's coming through mid. Bomb will be planted. Now it's going to be a 2v2.
And this round could change as the luck has, right? Reckless finds his first kill, standing in this 2v2 now. Got to get prepared, back in the square. Nate is going to be looking for his clue, but what will Aurora do? Undone, they've forced this down with Matem so many times as he watches along. The flash does come in, but where are they? You could look for days. However, that bomb is already past halfway tick. Leia gets in with the spam right there. The mouse field costs him. Nate does land that kill on the Skadoodle, but still, he is looking for it all and swung. Aurora, they'll at least dribble it up and find the ball for fourth. Stunna, he's happy with the boys' performance there. Honestly, I mean, look at Sixy getting going. He's stretching. I don't think Matem had to do any of those. 19-6 on the half. Damn, they're playing well.
You know, that's an interesting stat, and I actually didn't notice that because I felt like everyone was playing decently well. So we have an amazing statistic here. When Reckless finds a kill, Aura wins the round. That has to be noted here, Marky. 1 in 12. And when he finds that kill, they are guaranteed the round, it seems like. But a little shaky there. I think that was Leah, right? That was in there in Cave. He just jumping. And I was like, oh, hello. That could have choked the round. But it worked out in the end. It's all good. But here we go. The pistols are out. The util is bought and the armor on the individuals. We're going to see. I'm loving this right now as Chop and Reckless going to go out. Reckless, okay, we'll see if the stat lives. That's going to be 2 for him on the pistol. Now a 3v3. Aura on the CT side as that's that. And now it's 2v2. The bomb in control, and that's Lamb chopping to the third. Taking out Sexy. Skadoodle, the Opera with the Glock in his hand. Is he going to be able to find this round here for Undone?
Whole lot on this pistol for, or if they want to pull it over. Skadoodle, he finds one head, and there goes a nade from that other player. Spot onto both, but Skadoodle, he has to just control his position. That is the only factor he has. Undone, they got the clock in their back pocket, so there's the advantage onto that side. With the bomb in their grasp, it is Nate's bullets that hit like brass. It's a 5th for Aura as they look to just launch off into the second half.
All right, I'm yelling at King. He had a full round to do it. He's got to flip the HUD. Amateur production King. Shaking my head. All good. Or if I do the pistol, the stat lives. The stat lives, Marky. If Reckless finds a kill, they win the round. So 100% statistics on that one. HUD flipped, courtesy of production. Thank you guys so much. Hey, man, King trying to pass the blame on to someone else, man. He's mad at me now. But here we go. A great round here for them. This will be get the ball rolling once again. This is, I want to say, much needed. It really is. But Undone, we see their setup. They're prepping for the future. So this is kind of a throwaway round. They're trying to get the bomb planted a little bit. Not too much being invested here. But we shall see how Undone wants to approach this. Because now, look at that. They're hugging one side of the map right now. We kind of see where they're going. But right now, they're going to wait for anybody to overextend, try and get those heavy lurkers there. But for now, Aura doing a great job being disciplined for now. I always say that, and then they're going to do like some stupid peek or something like that. It happens every freaking time, but the timings here, not in favor of either of these two teams. So I think he's just back and forth right now. He's able to spot 2, I believe, but he definitely knows there's at least 1. Chop, trying to get things set up here. Playing the anti-flash. Right now, the patience is here. I'm loving it here. He's getting antsy though. Flash on out. I believe that's both teams getting flashed there. Running out of ammo. Oh no! And it's just a total bloodbath. But right now it's a 2v3 in favor of Aura. They have the weapons to go ahead and take back this round. That's the first. They need 2 more. Skadoodle and Sexy both extremely weak. Practically a bullet's all they need, and that's going to be 1. Skadoodle last alive here. Dancing around and can't do it. Aura, a very, very shaky and scary round, but they do come out on top. That's going to be number 6. 2 rounds down now to tie things back up.
Yeah, it's a 5th on the board, rather a 6th, but it's not a win for Aura there. They lose 3 players. A bomb plant's over for Undone, right? I'm not a rocket scientist. You know that all well.
Quick bounce.
However, I mean, this is where we kind of reel it back and find our line back to the storyline and say that we just need a whole lot from Aura to show up in a game like this where, I mean, it doesn't feel like it, but the game is only separated by 2 rounds. But, I mean, they have been getting absolutely slapped around. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. To have a turn into a CT side where they could possibly get a couple rounds under themselves where, like the majority of that happened at the beginning of the game, feel good coming out of this into a second map, right? That's one thing that we've changed over here, but nothing has changed on the gear. Even up in the air, Bottom does not care, lands on his feet, and tells Lay to take a seat. It does not get much easier than that.
I'm sad, is what he's saying right now.
I'm sad.
You know, here we go. There's still some more. LC3, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see what he can do. Skadoodle, that op, they know where it's out. They're very aware of where the op is at, and I think that's going to help him quite a bit here. But now look at this. 7 on your map. Go to Steel if you can, Prod. He is heavy, lurking all the way back here. This may be a problem. But now the question is, he's the one that has the bomb. Yeah, this is massive. So Skadoodle can pull the attention on over and quickly rotate maybe, but it's a 2v5. I'm asking for a lot right now. I really am. But Steel has the util in his pocket. Skadoodle only has a molly. He needs to somehow pull the attention off of this site because Steel is well aware that there's a lot of positions not clear right now. But he's in a power spot, and I think he's aware. Nate's aware that Steel could be on site right now because he's going between both. They can somehow pinch Donut right now on the side of Undone. This may be their round, but like I said, I'm asking for quite a bit right now. He's going to come on out. That's the kill. That's going to be Steel finding Nate, and now all of a sudden it's very, very possible for them to win this round. In this 2v3, the bomb now going to be planted. Reckless, Doopy, and Lamb Trumpets in the third game to do it.
Right on time, Donut, Skadoodle was. But the minute hand's about to come down here with the AWP. How does he tote it?
Oh,
so
no.
close. So very close to over the top of Tetris. Hey, somebody got to get on that bomb. We got to remember to do the easy stuff. Because I got to say, that was a difficult round won by Aura there. Coming out even better than they did against Undone in the eco, right? I mean, it's only one more body pulled out. But, you know, this is a ball they're going to be willing to sort of let alone and play. Here they're going to be reaching into a little bit further by Undone. They're going to be cashing out with the 4K they have, right? Don't want to leave that up to the test. A half bike they can put under their belly, but they're Undone. Go and disrespect the other guys in the server. I mean, let's be real here.
We need a replay on that because I swear that was going to be a collateral headshot there. I really need to see just how close that was. I'm going to have to go back and clip it and see because that could have been it. That would have been a 1v1 right there. That would have been absolutely insane, but here we go. Nate trying to get aggressive here. We'll see. Seeing a lot of attention over there towards that A site right now. Now, no kills just yet, no damage done. This is a very, very slow start to a round, but here we go. Get this timing and know that it's, I believe, his barrel poking through with that A1S. And that's going to be Reckless seeming lost. And that will be 2 free kills for Mr. Chop. And now, I don't want to call this round done and dusted just yet. Op in the hands of Doopy could easily turn things around. Plenty of util in the pockets of both squads. Minute 2 left here on the clock as he's looking to push forward, trying to get this picket back up. The timing here, no, that's going to be a free sight and a fight here in Donut. Lamb Choppington able to find his. But now realistically, this probably should be a save for these guys. SCT economy, so brutal. And there's no way in hell they're going to be able to retrieve that op.
And I look across the board here. I mean, it's going to be I wouldn't say a solid gun round in 17 when bolstered up by Aura, considering the pockets specifically of Choppington and Duppy, right? I mean, you're about to see them sort of get a bit of a bolster back into it. Lay should be able to, bolster over a gun, drop over a gun, excuse me. I think that it's going to be interesting to actually see them kind of just hammer it out. I don't know if Aura is going to be able to really do it, but I mean, they've kept the game this close in terms of the score, right? I'm telling you, it does not feel this way. When Matum gets his hands on them, they don't get a chance to breathe. He doesn't leave a witness for him.
21-9, he's got him in a chokehold. Let's be real, you know. There is no Italian mob style, you know, taking him out back, you know, maybe filling the feet with cement and drowning him in a lake. That's what it seems like right now for Matum. A bit descriptive, but I know you like your Italian mob stories, so.
Wants Aura to sleep with the fishes.
Yeah, sleep with the fishes. That's what Aura's doing right now. Not quite yet, though. You know, they're still in this, whether we want to admit it or not. Anything can happen. It's MR13, or MS12, excuse me. But it's also a best of 3, and this is Aura's map pick. You kind of mentioned it earlier. I know you've probably cast Undone a bit more than I do. Do these guys actually play Ancient? They play Nuke, I know that. Do they play Ancient? That's a question, but I think everyone should be playing Ancient right now. It is probably the most popular map right now.
Right, it's not one that it's exactly going to be too out of your woods after this. It's Anubis that is their permanent ban as far as I'm concerned, which means that, honestly, in their wheelhouse, in my opinion, there could be some relation there that, honestly, I say I'm going to take that and, like, just 3 it into this trash can I can see across the gym floor here. This is all down to first day LAN. This is the first map. It is happening on the stage. We are going to meet you right here and win the big ones. But, I mean, this is the swing round. This is the swing round. Undone win this, it's over. And there is a 2-man advantage. That's Chop getting back into it, a guy that we'll talk about in a moment who has had quite the career here in the past few years in North America, has been one of the biggest names on this roster where the star fragger turned out, sure, right? Classy into CXCI. This is the man that has been keeping the weight down as he gets in with another frag, making it 2 for him in this entire game.
And this probably will be a snowball for the rest of the game, man. I think this will be the nail in.
Let's talk about him.
No money for Aura right now. I think Leah's got some. He's got 5,400, but overall, this is going to be a very, very lackluster round here for Aura. Uh-oh. All right, back to the crowd. Crowd, say hi. Woo! Yeah. There's a lot of people here on the outskirts as well. We got the gamers on their PCs waiting to get things going. We got a good crowd here for day one.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
And it's
shout out to the crowd. We love you.
It's a Thursday. Oh, aren't y'all supposed to be at work? I mean,
guys,
what's up with that?
Get a 9 to 5. No, I'm kidding. Here, start getting the crowd to boo the casters. That'll be a first. Boo Marky, not me. I love you guys. He said get a job.
Get a job.
Get a job. But here we are, Undone. They're not trying to flip patties no more. They're trying to get signed here. Not saying they do, but Skadoodle. 7-7 actually. I feel like Skadoodle would be having a better time here on Ancient. Maybe he's not just comfortable on it yet in this group. They've only been playing for, I believe, like a month and a half now, just throughout the advanced season. So here we go. Everybody out through a main here on Aura. It's going to be an interesting timing here, actually. Got one in the back line. That's going to be Leah. But I don't think he's going to be able to get... actually, he's creeping. Sexy knows, but he wasn't that aware. Now going to be 4v3. Very winnable here for Aura. I'm going to count them in it still, even after that kill. But the timings here, nah, maybe not. Way, way too far away. This is most likely going to be saved. Nate needs to stay alive with that AK. I think everything being saved here matters so much. Leah, though, could buy an op for C next round, but there he goes. That's going to be number 11 here for Undone, 7-11, everyone's favorite convenience store in Counter-Strike, at least. Because we're going to be waiting now for this bomb to tick away. Nate needing to stay alive. And Reckless in a position to potentially find one, but I don't know it's going to now that he's getting through CT. So now that Molly. This is a big brain play. I think they're just going to have to eat the. Did he throw it too early? And he's getting flashed. Yeah, he might throw it too early, but he actually might be able to get modem. Yeah, that's going to be one. So Nate getting a complimentary kill there. Won't go towards the stat, but it will in my heart. That's going to be a good round.
Oh, my God.
Guys.
Yo, who are those supermodels back there?
God,
Jeffrey Eminem, Swobin, Chessbuzz, and El Jacko. What a lineup.
Hi.
Hey, fellas.
Look at those.
Dude, look at that
beautiful individuals.
ESEA drip. Dude, Jackson is just so, he's just so
modest.
He's just so humble. Doesn't want to take the entire frame to himself, you know, what have you.
Oh, no, man.
He's a cool guy.
He's so goddamn hot. I wish I had a beard like that. We're getting there. I'm going to shave it in like 2 weeks. Watch. Babyface Matt going to make a return next time you see me on camera. But here we are now, back down mid. Bit of a duel. Duel fates even, I've heard. Sexy and Reckless both can be able to find there. Sexy does fall. Same with LC3. So let's see if the stat prevails. Reckless is still 100% when you find a kill. It's a decent start so far. Off of the hands of Doopy. So we're going to wait here patiently. Leah and Donut. Not too bad of a setup right now. Kind of giving up that A site, but quick rotates are a thing. Can't be played here. Reckless, no. He'll lose his head, and that's going to be a trade there in mid. Now going to be a 33. Big kill here. Can't do it. That's Chop finding Doopy. Up, now, down. Nate will find one. Looking for a second. He'll do it, and now it's down to Skadoodle. We'll go ahead and make a trade in this 1v2, but the bomb still has to be planted. 5 seconds left. He knows what needs that. The rotation needs to come quicker, but it's Leah last alive now in this 1v1. The 10 and 7 Skadoodle versus the 5 and 15 Leah. One smoke for Leah. A flash here for Skadoodle. 40 seconds. The bomb being planted, or fake planted, excuse me. As we wait and we tick away, he wants to try and kind of look around this site. He's going to go ahead and come out. The timing here. Oh no. 30 seconds now. Skadoodle going to re-advance onto the site. The time he couldn't even see that pixel in between it. You can typically see. But this is going to be a very, very hard situation here now for Leah. Skadoodle going to take a lot of time to start clearing everything out. But now 15 seconds left on the clock in a 1v1. Skadoodle to try and put the nail in the coffin, or at least put into that match at 6, even the map point here. Bomb now planted. Leah knows he's coming on back.
Says, come get me. Just telegraph forward, and Lee knows that he's going to have to show up in confident fashion, knowing he's playing against a major MVP with the smoke that is just going to flip onto the bomb, but he does it! And what a swing! Aura, when they should have been down, tapping on the mat, they are just reaching back and grabbing an 8th and a ticket into the end of this game where they can just ease up Undone a little bit more or go ahead and take the whole thing.
What an insane round there. Back and forth. And Leah able to go ahead and clutch up that 1v1. Just they're not out of it just yet, man. You know, we kind of maybe Undone on the main stage. You know, maybe gotta get the nerves out a little bit. It is warm up for them. You know, obviously we were sitting around for a hot minute too. We were having a bit of PC issues or server issues. I believe,
these are advanced level players. Lamb Choppington, Alter Iron Club, Nate, on so many different names and rosters. These guys should be at an individual level, able to stand up at some account, but not like this. Not right now. Undone. Let's clean it up. Let's clean it up.
Modem,
right?
He said super hot fire. I spit that down 8 HP. Reckless with a free kill here. The stat is still alive. Whenever he finds a kill, they win the round. Still 100% on that. Seeing what they can go ahead and do here. I'm liking this setup right now. See if they can catch him off guard. We see the arsenal they have as well, so this makes a lot of sense for what they're doing. Undone, just trying to take some of this space out. This is going to be a deep flash. A smoke. Tone to get off. So they're going to go ahead and start taking mid. Leah needs to turn now, though. He has to go ahead and start putting some pressure here in mid because this timing's not going to be for him. You got 2 people in house. Leah, he's got to go ahead. I think he just tucks here, truthfully. I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to stay here until he can get some support from these A players. But obviously, they don't see what we see. And we see through walls, and we see the mini-map. So now a lot of util being thrown, going to pull him off. It's going to be now Doopy taking that off position here, and this is actually a great setup. I don't know. He has to find this kill, and he does it down to 11 HP. Molly will come on out, but now look at this. Number 1, no, can't do it. That's Skadoodle taking out Land Choppington, the 3rd, and now look at this A site. It's just going to be Doopy here with that off, but he's already weak, and that's going to be a bad smoke. For Molly? What do you know?
Either way, they're going to have to stand the test to the brass, but unfortunately, you're going to be taxed by Matum, who was 19-6 at some point, now 24-10, has clearly had a stretch of it in these last couple of rounds, but now they have met the rhythm that has been put out by Aura. There is a frag put up by Nate. And not another look in. Surely not in a 2 versus 4. That frag comes from Donut, and Chop is going to be aware of where you could be spilling. Everything to look for in this Donut position, and A main in the back of your minds. That's a frag for Nate to just get this thing down. They have their foot in before. They've just kicked off one hinge, and right here with it all to come. Bomb down on now, and the smoke with it all. Thankfully, within reaching distance is Sexy, who pulls that up. It looks like a damn for that 3K.
0.5. That's all he needed. If he had 100 HP, I think he gets that. It wasn't a headshot, so we'll never know. RIP. Well, map point here now. More amazing individuals.
Oh, man, we got Downs in the building.
Look at those guys.
and the owner of the Copenhagen Wolves. Yeah, we see you back there, Jared. You can't hide.
You can't hide.
Who's that Ponalone guy? I thought we like put an age limit on this tournament.
Yikes. Talk about age limit. I was talking about that earlier. Calix making ECL and can't even play in ECL. Remember that a year ago?
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's 16.
Yeah, just be old enough.
Yeah, imagine that. Carrying 2 teams to ECL and can't play either of the seasons. That's insane. I don't know what he's up to now. But that's kill number 1. Doopy going to be able to take that one on out. Yeah, I know. My wife's amazing. I don't know if she's still here, but there's a pretty funny tweet out right now. Yeah, she got bingo.
We appreciate how enthusiastic our remote audience is for even our second stream. Shout out to Buckethead and All In with William English III behind that production. Here, meanwhile, on the stage with 1 minute to play in this 24th. There comes that kill on to bottom, but CXCI, how does he look to the sky with 4 health? It's a 1 versus 3, and he has just swept up onto the first, but their aura, they go and they steal that. But it's the bag of cash along with it, and they're gonna run in for double digits. This is double digits on the stage right here against Undone in their first look.
This is, it's kind of crazy because this is, I believe, 4 ex-advanced players, and then 1, I believe, Rec is a true IM player, open to IM player. So to see these 5 kind of just pug it out the way that they are, but I don't know, man. Lamb Choppington III, he's had a lot of people surrounding him. He was on that, the Head roster.
Yeah,
you're on camera. Look at that beautiful intervention. Words are hard. You would never believe I can talk for a living, right? Well, who's that?
All right, who's the best dressed?
Who's it going? Over under.
I
Who's
think
it going?
it may be fairly obvious.
Yeah. Oh, he's strutting.
Big day. Hey, man. I mean, we're kind of in the South, you know, Missouri. Not in Kansas.
Hey, man.
Not in Kansas anymore. Ain't that right, Big D?
Man, you guys got to deal with him all week. Good luck with that.
Dude, is that Vinny Instant Cast?
There's Vinny. Look at him. There's Floofies in the back, too. Hi, Floofies. Oh, who's going to win? Best set 2 out of 3. Who won that? I can't even tell. Zoom back in. Hold on. Oh, get back in there, cameraman. I love you. All right. 2 out of 3. Starting now. Go. Okay. That's Floopy's
that 1-1. Here we go. It's the BO3. It's the BO3 right here. Third map.
Oh, snap.
Third map. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, my gosh. Dude, just... Floopy does it. The reverse sweep.
Congratulations, Floopy. You are...
What scenes? And a seamless transition. Beautiful on the production side. Yeah, that's how we are at FRAG. We just like that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Throwback. Vincent will love this story. It was 4th quarter versus Flixie and Co. I forgot what org they were under. But we had
probably
a decent tech delay until like 1 in the morning. And it was Flixie versus Gonzo in tic-tac-toe, rock, paper, scissors. And that was at my first FRAG event. That was amazing.
Touchpoint first FRAG event? Touchpoint gaming.
Yeah. I don't know if they're not around at all.
So I actually, at my first FRAG event, I got to play with Flixie, I got to play with Spud, and a couple of friends of mine, Frack and Stubbs. We actually matched up against Touchpoint Gaming. Didn't go so well for me. I will say that. That's why I'm casting FRAG now.
That's why we cast, Marky.
That's what I'm saying.
You're still good at the game.
Have some fun here.
Oh, why not at least still good?
I run it down.
You dabble. But here we go. Potentially the last round in map number 1, Undone. Can they get it done? Is the question for now. Is that's going to be the first? That's going to be now second down. Now a third. That's going to be 4. 3. Can he find the third? He will, and Aura will stay alive for 1 more round. No, go up against an Aura. Shouldn't get too, or go up against the Eco. Shouldn't get too hyped, but that's 10 rounds up against a major gamer, you know? Major gamers.
Turning all around in the second half. It's 6 of them. You're hoping for lucky number 7 to put you on 11, and I mean, that would be exactly the confidence that you would need to stretch all the way to overtime against an Undone squad, which, I mean, this score, that title of an overtime, sure, that's an accomplishment, but knowing Lamb Choppington, the attitude on Nate, they're coming for everything on the plate. They want to lick it clean.
Nate, like I said, the happiest guy in North American capturing. I love that individual. He's having a good game too, 17 and 18 up against like these guys, ECL and Tier 1 caliber players, you know?
Right.
So him being able to do this is fantastic. So and LC3 as well, that's another one who's also Mr. Liam. He's been in the scene for a hot minute too. So let's see now. It's a 4v4, sexy hit. Modem hit a little bit. Let's see it, big kill there. Screw can't do it. Khalil does not work for him. The trade is at least there. But I don't think they had to have seen the other one there. Rex down to 2 HP. But here on the side, that's one. He gets the second! And now can he get the third? His last one, Sexy. The one with the low HP, Doopy. 2 kills to his name, Sexy. He's running. He might be able to hear him. LC3, does he hear them? I think he's just outside of that range now. He turns. Do they hear? They start moving a little bit. I can't tell. I don't think he heard him at all. But now he should. The rotation's now going to come on through. He's got to get this bomb down quick. Anybody can do this. It's going to be Sexy or Modem. That's who I'd put on the line here.
And he doesn't even give it away until then, right? Just gets his bomb, says, come and get me. The CXCI, and you can never count that man out. Where does he pounce? Looking to just try and get his first kill. Reckless out of this equation. Bomb planted for him with an HE. Going to be just streaking in. Duppy on this bomb down with the Molotov to close it up. Highway unlocked. Put it on the road. I got to say that's where Undone will be after this. Trying to figure out how they've been pushed all the way to overtime point.
Yeah,
I mean, this is incredible work by an Aura team that we pounded out. I mean, let's be real.
I did say I thought they were going to get a 13-1, 13-1. So,
yeah, Stunna looking a little frustrated back there.
I feel like
I'm
this
not
is
going to lie to
always
you.
like good.
I think it is.
Yeah, I know you can see it. You see it on their faces. But I think this is good for Undone because realistically they should 2-0 the group. This is best of 3. This is their other team's map. This is Aura's map pick. So I always feel like these situations always help these teams that are trying to get to that next level.
Yes.
At like the tier 1 or higher tier 2 level, right? They always can learn from these. I hate saying it like this, but the puggier teams, right? Where are they the most exposed? Like,
how do you prepare for the unknown?
Exactly, and that's what's hard sometimes is that a lot of teams they can't get good reads on certain squads. The puggier squads or the lower level in quotations, obviously.
Definitely.
Don't mean no disrespect to Aura. So this is going to be a good eye opener for them. If Aura is able to get this map, this will be absolutely insane. It seems like the crowd on the Aura side that's a beautiful kill through the smoke. That's chopped now down, one of the heavier hitters for Undone.
Yeah, those are game-winning shots right there. Or just singular. It's a one frag that is just taken out of the round by Chop. Duppy with the second there from Long. And now the slaughter will begin. Is it time for it? Matt, check your watch. It's a 1 versus 5. CXCI can continue to put in the work, but the spray would have to really prove us wrong. 24 rounds here in our first stage match. Fragadelphia 18 being kicked off in the right way.
And if anybody besides Aura thought this was going to go into OT, I would call you a liar. This is absolutely insane. Everyone's, for the most part, you got a lot of eyes on this.
Can I say it, Matt?
What?
Right? We're just coming off this conversation. We went ahead and always thought Undone. We're going to go ahead and do it. I don't know if you had him at a 3-1, 3-0 pick. Fuck your pick'ems. That's what Aura say. They're coming for this first map. They want to really throw a banister here into Group H, and that would be probably a whole lot easier said than done. However, sitting where we currently are, I don't know what to think.
All right. Let's go ahead and do it. Fragadelphia, OT number 1 in the first series. Here we go. Getting things started. Nate able to find 1, but he's immediately taken out. Nice little trade. Now he wants to push on through. This is Modem. He wants to start clearing, and he will. Reckless, the timing not going to be on his side. Modem with the team on his back will go ahead and clear out Cheetah. But LC3 takes out Sexy, one of the other heavier hitters here for the side of Undone. So now a 3v3. Very doable for either one of these two teams. But these CT rounds mean so much for Aura. Even though they've had a bit of a better time on the CT, statistically, is a T-sided map. So we'll see what they go ahead and do. Aura, even if they get 1 here, I'm still going to count them in for the second half of OT1. The bomb now could be planted through the smoke. Can't find anything. This is going to be down to Leah Dupe and Lamb Choppington the third. Here we go. Call him Obi-Wan the way he's got this high ground. But we'll go ahead and see. Can't get anything. Can't see anything, but tough to see above that smoke, but it will dissipate. And now taking a lot of time halfway there until this bomb is detonated. Skadoodle will find 1. Nice shot there, and that's going to be Modem. And now, dude, can't do it. Beautiful shots there. Still letting him know that you guys are just silly advanced players, and we're almost losing to you, personally. I don't know if I'm shooting bodies at this point when I'm performing like this.
Yeah, I'd probably keep it quiet.
I would
make sure my note cards are straight.
I'd make sure you don't look tilted. Don't. Thank God those wooden boxes are there, because if I could see them right now, I'd have so much more confidence. They look just completely shot right now.
I think to acknowledge as well, it's been a little bit frustrating for in-game leader Steele, who has dealt with a couple of disconnections. However, you roll with the
Something's
punches,
happening right
and
now.
I mean that should not be reason alone for you to be currently letting in an upset like this. Inviting this type of tenacity is not one that is even on the cusp here in our first stage match. And yeah, all of our expectations just thrown into the bin. I don't know. That's exactly how I want to start off my weekend on a Thursday.
You know, I really thought map number 1 was going to be Undone versus Might, or excuse me, game number 1 is going to be Undone versus Might because that's the group. But I guess this is just how, obviously, the seeding was done. But I forgot, you know, I kind of forgot how seeding works for a second there. But yeah,
Right, so
I'm equally. I feel like I'm just entertained right now. This is a solid map number 1. I hope it carries over to map number 2 and potentially map number 3, because we kind of thought this could be a bit of a snooze fest. So we'll see. This is so far so good. Still having a bit of trouble, but now he's Obi-Wan on the high ground. Going to start swinging from the vine here onto the site, maybe. Call him Tarzan for now. The bomb could be fake planted. Something going there. It is. It's not going to connect, but now the Opper exposed. They know where he's at. Bomb now planted. 5v5 retake here. And look at them spread so thin. That's going to be one. Looking for a second. Can't do it. Reckless finds his. Will the statistic still hold? That's going to be Bodum taking out one as well. But look at this. LC3 finding one, maybe. Oh, he finds the second. And now it's down to Bodum, but a 1v3. He's got to clutch it up. This is his third opportunity to do it. Is the third time the charm here from Bodum. That's going to be that, though, Nate. A beautiful 5v5 retake here from Aura. And they're going to take the lead for the first time, I believe, correct? This series.
I mean, they look like they've been here before. I mean, quite simply, there's smiles, there's excitement, but there's a lot of solace and understanding that overreacting to a situation like this, finding yourself probably pushing the card too much, you don't want to be that guy. 13-13, you don't want to just be thinking back of this game, wondering, that time I lost 16-14 in overtime on the first map of FRAG 18, right? You want to be the one that puts the cap on the stage. You want to be the one that puts the cap in your opponent, puts that into the first of our series.
You know, I'm a tier 1 caster. I'm telling you, this is embarrassing coming from Undone, truthfully. I can't do a British accent. Embarrassing coming from Undone.
T1 caster may be British, but is the T1 caster wrong?
I know. I need to hear a British voice real quick. For some reason, I can't land the accent for some reason. I need to, I'm thinking I'll show. British, thank you. Truthfully, Undone having shitty time here. I need my tea and crumpets now. That's how a tier 1 would react. But they're still learning. This
made by FRAG Gang, sent to Epic Land Gang. Yeah. What's up with that?
All they do is talk about the teams, but half the people on the desk don't even know what it's like to play at a tier 1 levels. But that's my tea. But shout out to the players for always pushing through the criticism from silly casters and analysts and whatnot. But here we go. We'll bring it back to the game. I'm done having my fun. You hear it in the background, maybe. Nice. Got all the games going on right now for the first, I believe, 4 or 5 groups happening. So this is awesome right now. We're starting to see some games going on here. Is now bringing back this one again. We'll see what we can do. That's Steel finding. Oh, no. LC3 now gone. This is not a good look right now, but can do it. Leah able to find one. He might have the opportunity to find 2. No, but that's Nate finding his as well. So we're going to keep things together here in a 3v3. Wanting to take Donut. Here we go. But will Nate clear it? Is this going to be an amateur move a bit? Kind of was. Modem. Taking out him. Now Steel, and this is it. Reckless, last alive. 1v3.
Terrorists win.
Bruh.
14-13 for Undone there. Disconnecting there. I don't want to be that guy, but Reckless, if he found one to keep the statistic alive, he was going to need to find 3.
Please. Caster, what are you doing? Can you
Caster
fix the
broke
game?
game. Hi, crowd.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
You guys don't seem that enthusiastic about the tech pause. Can we get that one more time? Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys. All right, let's see how my crowd work is.
I spy with my little eye, Warden. Hi, Warden.
Warden.
I spy with my little eye, a major winner.
All right, so crowd. I'm going to do some crowd work here. If you're cheering for Undone, let him know. Are you cheering for him?
I spy with my little eye, the best upcoming IGL.
Hey, go, I got some claps.
That is cryptic all the way on the end.
Now, if you're cheering for the pug stack that is Aura, make some noise. One-sided crowd here. The home field advantage for Aura.
Dude, you didn't even ask the Undone people. How y'all feel about
They were
Undone?
first.
Yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness.
There's like 5 people in the crowd. I love you guys. Shout out Undone fans. Shout out Aura fans, guys. The Aura appreciates you. I love those guys, by the way.
I am dead. It's a 14th that is on the card here. Don't seem too tenacious to go back into it. Undone still have to find a way to loop it back to a tied game. Would really need to push it up the hill a little bit further. Duppy really holding a fine line here. It is something they would like to catch on the end of either of these lurks. We even see this happening on the other account as a couple of these are, in fact, pulled back. Steal a ton of space here outside of B. Matt, Undone have put themselves in an excellent position with a lot of utility with a minute left in the Molly just in front of A main right now.
This is a good read from Undone. But now, as I say that, they're going to take one off. So we'll see. 1 minute left, like you said. Patiently waiting. Tucked in here, though, is Steele. He's in a great spot. He's going to have to get cleared. I don't know how he had to come out of Cheetah, I believe. But now look at this, the timing. He might be able to get it onto LC3, but a bit of a pinch here. Blocking on the side. No way! Nate! Okay, you know, all right, the trade's there, and that's going to be a +1. But Nate, I'm going to scream at you after this if you lose this round. But that's going to be a 3v3. That's going to be nice LC3. That's going to drop now down. They had no idea he floated his way on the site there. So now it's going to be a 3v2. Aura, 1 round away from tying this thing on up. I did say all I wanted was 1 CT round out of them, and that is what they got. So can they close this out here in a few rounds? As here's the fight in the background. Leah going on at it. They're dancing, trying to find the opening there. That's going to be a kill. That's now Sexy down. It's going to be Moto. Another 1v3. Can't do it. And there we go. Tied up once again. The open, I don't want to call it an open stack. These guys all played IM this season. Let's let that be clear. You know, they're not IM gamers. 4/5 of them, I believe, have advanced experience.
That's where they're currently playing at. This is an advanced mix.
Yeah.
That you can put a label on with a
asterisk,
a nice paper sticker you can go ahead and scrape off after they improve their reputation.
Major winners Aura. That's what I'm seeing right now. But
CXCI. He's up here right to bat early, not immediately taking a stance here. Oh, but just checks through house. And Momentum, his opening gambit is one that is currently paying off big. He's got 2 opening kills here, and Steele even chimes in up from Catwalk, even gets a second frag. There was just something about Undone and spamming these smokes right now. It's Duppy back to try and pick up the pieces, wondering where the hell it went wrong. You guys just got smashed on the curb. I mean, this is disgusting.
Yeah, you know, at one point it's like, was that truly an outplay or was it just luck? 2 kills through the smoke is absolutely absurd for Modem, but he is the smoke demon right now. 35-16. Who's the closest that comes to him right now? 25-20 from LC3. That is an absurd stat line here for Modem right now. He is showing his worth right now, and I'm here for it. But right now, I mean,
Lamb Chopping to the third wants to get back to that Kansas City Grand Final pretty damn badly. Yeah. You can tell that right off the rip. Nate along with them, calling for this squad. Can probably hardly believe the position they're in. I mean, let's be real, but you just play ball. It's 5v5 Counter-Strike. It's not any different that you have seen. It's a namesake on the other side. You have to not let stop you. Skadoodle approached upon, but this is Scott Daddy we're talking about here. What a flick. He lands onto that first player. Reckless carried out, and that could be the first seed in to earn this 16th round.
Skadaddy, you said it yourself. I'm using that now, thank you. He's going to find the opener. He's set up for another one. Potentially Chop and Knee couldn't be able to find theirs. Now 3v4 is Undone. Chop going to take a bit of damage there. There's a minute 6 left here on the clock. Trying to make their way around this map. Undone being very, very cautious right now, but Doopy is in a power spot right now. He could easily find one here and get the drop on potentially another, but look at the rotations happening. Aura setting up to take one of these sites. Oh, but the shadow's gonna give it away. No, Sexy. We'll get that free kill there. The CS2 shadows are brutal, man.
Staying up front. CXCI. Gracious host. Invites them in, but Skadoodle reaches in from the back lines and just picks him off. Lamb Chop is in third. in a 1 versus 4 with tenacious efforts to push this thing into overtime. A series that I expected to end up in the first map 13-4 is pushed 16-14. But it's the end that you did not want. It's the conversation that you got close to the sun, but you seemingly burned bright enough to put Might on notice. I mean, if you're pushing Aura like this, if you're pushing Undone, why can't they push Might like that? They are going to be able to manhandle the Tea Party if they're playing like this. Lamb Choppington the third, what a performance on the stage to begin.
All right, now crowd. I'm going to get crowd work going again. I got to know. Map 2, who's in favor of Undone here? I love you too. And now if you are in favor of Aura for map number 2, make some noise. Crowd favorites here are Aura right now, and I'm a bit surprised, but I love. Who doesn't love an underdog story? That's what we're getting at right now, man.
Hey.
Oh my God.
I mean, while I do agree with you, I think the crowd about to be pretty disappointed. While walking into Undone's map pick of Nuke. I mean, they're about to just get dropped. Last night I was enjoying, the Philadelphia festivities with Grizz and friends, and we were watching the RMRs in the major, right? And we were watching one Ultimate on Team Liquid, and, we talk about all the journey this guy has had, the career of the year, or whatever it was. But, I mean, not completely unknown or whatever. Like, had a bit of a stint on AGO, played out a Pro League, had a nice opportunity, and probably played one of the most bizarre series that I have ever seen. AGO played Navi, and in a 2-0 fashion, got 13-1 on that first map, and the second map was a 37-34 overtime game in a 2-0, and probably the most bizarre 2-0 I've ever seen. Now, this game, not 37-34. However, I feel like Undone is about to come out here with some vengeance and try and just curb stomp their opponents.
Yeah,
they need to have a win to lift themselves up, so to speak.
No, yeah, I mean, they basically guaranteed to play Might. At this point, this is the one map where I was definitely like, okay, yeah, Undone's going to win this pretty quickly. But to be fair, also thought that about the last map. But this is, the bigger brainer map, as I like to say, here on Nuke. And I also kind of mentioned how much are they willing to reveal in just map number 1 of Philadelphia? Because, we kind of have Might and Undone moving through to the next round, obviously, making it into the round of 16. So, it's a bit weird.
Is it a conversation of how much they want to show or how much they actually have? Right? How much of this core and of the living life of the calling and the structure that is still there from Stamina, right? How much of the layers are? Right? How far does it go? And that's when you get concerned for Undone in a tournament like this, where there are such young, hungry players that want to try and win, especially against names like Steel and Skadoodle, who waltzed into a tournament like this, into the North American Counter-Strike scene again, getting to tote a big 3 in a very dangerous group like this, right, with Chop. I mean, a guy that has had quite the career over these last couple of years. We're obviously going to get everything worked out on that Undone side so that next game is smooth, right? We don't want anything falling to the wayside, not making it exactly the experience we want to have, Matt. But, I mean, this Chop guy is definitely, you know me. Whenever Classier was on this roster, I could not shut up about him. Very big fan of the member. But, I mean, when Matum was put on this roster, a lot of namesake there. Chop, having played on that EG Black squad, right? It was decent times for him. I think he was posting sort of a higher 1.0 rating. That just wasn't good enough. He moved on to Vendetta, but then after that to PA, and that's really where things started to turn around for the man. Back with the group where he was able to play a little bit more unstructured, right? I think that, you have Chop on a roster like this now, who's then, you're opening the door for a player like Fang, who needs to, bolster up his individual play. I mean, quite literally known for it across the region. And, I mean, that's sort of the trick of the trade, is that those opportunities trickle down. And so, I mean, this guy, Chop, when amongst the namesake of those we've just named, I mean, guys absolutely known for their sickening play, like CXCI, like Clasia. And, I mean, Matum has been up in those big games as well. I mean, this guy has been their silent killer, the dagger when they have needed it. Late round, this is the guy you want to put it on when it's with notice. And I mean, it's really invaluable. You cannot put a price on a player like that.
Oh
my God! Is it the nade guy and the truck guy?
Look at him. I love that guy.
Hey, Austin.
Austin, sign my Steam profile.
Ever.
He's very focused. Oh, my God. My daughter should be watching the stream.
Bruh.
Who the hell has Dancing Fruit on? I love you so much. Is that Amped?
That's Amped.
Right? Amped.
Whoever Philadelphia mainstay.
Amped, I want you to know that I hope my daughter is watching because she cannot go a day without watching the Dancing Fruit as a 6-month-old. Holy crap, I hope my wife is watching. She's going to appreciate that. But you were kind of talking about like the rotation of players and whatnot with Chop.
I mean, we can talk about their roster a little bit. Not Team Mythic, unfortunately, has not been too great for them. When Austin and Truck came into this roster as, really young, promising names. Truck, you can compare him to a Harlem Globetrotter who just posts his newest dunk on Instagram and peeps up for the reel, right? How many times does this guy have a new rendition for clip of the year? The individual level is there, and it's not just a meme sake like that where he can go and stream for clip of the year. And, he can do some damage when put in the right space. Did not go too well for them on Mythic, unfortunately, relegated to Advanced. Freakazoid has unfortunately seen his way off of that roster, but it's the name of the trade, and it's how we see the game played. You need to try and give yourself as many opportunities as you can. We talked about so many times there in our pregame, players getting the opportunity to come to a Fragadelphia and show what they have, right? I bet that appearance that Nick X had at Fragadelphia, Kansas City, helped him get that opportunity announced.
Oh, no.
All right. Let's do it, Floofies. Do not rent that case.
All right,
Don't do it.
If you can hear me, we're opening up a case on stream. Turn your attention to the big old LED TV.
Dude,
let's do it, Floofies. Gold. Never open a case again.
Gamba.
All right, maybe one more, Floofies. Maybe one more. One more? Uno mas? All right, one more.
Is that Darty toting the number 6-9 jersey?
Of course. That's such a Darty
Unbelievable
thing to do. I love
scenes.
that, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Freshie, get him on camera. Come on.
Here we go. Hold on. Wait, we got it.
All right, here we go. It's a Phoenix case. We should have kept that.
Okay. We got something.
Plus $10.
Oh, we got something there. What is it? Field tested? Woo! That's not bad. Here, hold it up real quick. Keep it turned.
Is that Stand on Business with their amazing jerseys and those white tank tops?
That you said field tested?
Do they wear those when in advanced playoffs? I gotta know.
I don't know.
That's
Hell yeah! Beautiful.
Hell yeah!
Who is that? Oh, wait, hold on. Floofies, move over.
That is what I'm talking about.
Those are some jerseys. That's what we need. More of that.
That is amazing.
Muscular man, looking great. Look at that guy over there. Oh, there you go. Zooming back in on boss. Done.
But as you were saying, not Team Mythic coming out of Group B. We just saw those stand-on-business fellows coming through. They are going to be toting it out of Group F, if I'm not mistaken. No, excuse me.
Can we get a score on that game?
Group
Zoom
G,
in a little close. Can that
the 9-5, 2-2 advanced playoff team.
Damn.
Got Warden over there, score? Obviously, with Slight. That.
I love me some Darty, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Dad energy. I love it. I love it so much.
You got to keep these boys in check, man.
That is Big D. Oh,
that's half the job.
What other? Are you opening another one, Floofies? Is that what we're about to get? Uno mas? Effort we ball?
That's Take Flight.
Take Flight, guys. Show off your jersey.
Took a map off Timberman at Frag
Show the jersey. I hate you, JPP. I don't like you, Josh. Hey, yo, whoever that is, I love you. Screw you, JPP. I like this guy now. Nello. I knew that was
so
Nello.
Handsome.
Nello, turn around. Show it off.
This is also the
Take Flight shout out Saban. I love Saban. I'd kiss that man if I could. All right, what about you?
Sharpie?
Fit? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sharpie. I do love me some Sharpie, too. That's another cool guy. Oh, case time again. Third time's a charm. One more. This is the last one. We'll open some later.
If we get one more, I'm calling the hotline, Floofy.
We're pulling it. Good. Oh. I can't tell.
P90.
P90. Womp.
That kind of looked cool, though.
Well, that was a red line he got earlier, right?
Don't be sad. I bet there's
All right, Marky, we'll go back to statistics now, I guess.
Statistics.
Well, I'll let the cameraman have his fun, but we'll talk
I actually
statistics.
have pages and pages of statistics.
You have a Bible written down.
The no-namers and the Copenhagen Worms.
The Worms.
The Worms.
Rip the Wolves, but we'll take the Worms.
Yes. You do have M&J. part owner of the Copenhagen Wolves, playing with social media manager Slingshot over there with Dudley, Cloudy Hills, McDeezy's over there as well, so that's going to be fun. No-namers, obviously, toting some big names, probably from some tournament organizer that organizes some big tournaments that maybe El Jacko and Seven Evan work at and manage a little bit, and maybe Cole Exner McHenry Cass. And that's not all he does. He was up to no good this season. He was 9-5 in Maine. Exner was not done on his player yard yet. You know, Jax went pro 27. It maybe not late for Exner as well.
Did he play King or something?
Who knows?
No, he played. He just got done playing somebody in LCA in the LCA crew.
Huh?
I forget. It's someone in IM he was playing. I can't remember who. But regardless. Anyways. Exner. That's a guy. That's an individual.
Cole
That's a Chad
Exner,
mindset.
McKenna. Yep. Unfortunately, flight delayed. Hope you get here
Yeah,
soon
what time's
today.
his game? Are they going to be able to push it back?
Game is game, and they have found a sub. Which is what happens when your pilot snoozes and you loses.
Yeah, let's say pilot had to take a nap. He said honk Shua. Sleep on that thing.
Who honking Mei Shu?
I can't believe that's the first Hawk Tua reference we've kind of had.
I got to say that, like, I've, like, been in recovery. Like, I feel like I should have been admitted to a Costco guy's, like, rehab center.
Why?
So I was, like, bringing the boom at, almost everywhere I could. And it got, like, it was starting to, like, put stress on my relationships. Like, it was actually, like, affecting my personal life.
They wouldn't understand
the
boom.
You wouldn't understand, Matt. You just wouldn't.
Woman, am I right?
I actually did have a double chunk chocolate cookie once.
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
And I am falling back to my old ways, and I'm done.
You know
and
that?
It's over.
All right,
And
we're moving
we're
on.
cooked.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. All right, hot take.
But they're looking fresh on this stage, though.
See, that's what I'm trying to do. Take my freaking shoes off. Slide across. That was beautiful. Well done. All right, hot take. Who is your sleeper team? Not really a hot take, but just who's your sleeper team?
I think that, you know, we've toted up a couple of great ones, and I think that the three big storylines that we need to follow certainly start with the Brazilians. A very good friend of mine there, Vincent, put me on to a lot of what has been mentioned with the move of this Hoax player into the roster, and, you know, exactly what journey has, you know, brought them through to this year. I already spoke about, you know, the replacement of Pepe into that roster for, obviously, Hoax replacing him, me. The young player, unfortunately, was falling to the wayside from Sharks Academy. But as we get into the second map here, as we spoke about, it should be probably the stomping that we do expect on Undone's map pick, right? But NRG and Boss in that conversation, looking for a big win at the end of the year.
Let's go ahead and get things started. Out through the door and down under we go. Skadoodle and Co. making their way on down. Steel trying to get a headshot here. It's just kill in general. We'll find the headshot anyways. It's going to be the first kill. And now bomb going to go ahead and be planted here. This is a very tough retake situation here for the boys on Aura. We'll see if they can do it, of course, but it is a 4v5, and this post-plant setup is pretty nice. Modem taking first contact. They'll find the first player that's attempted to go ahead and retake this site, but now a 3v5. Steel caught off guard. A bit of a choke there from Nate. Won't talk about it too much. We only got you on broadcast, a couple hundred people watching, and Modem going to close it out. Nice pistol there from Undone to get things started here on Nuke.
It's their map pick. Honestly, a little bit surprising that it's that easy. I mean, really just shut them down in the lower site to begin. However, I mean, I don't know what you expected. It may just launch off that quick at least. However, I mean, this is a financial game that Aura have to play. There's a whole lot of upset potential on an Ancient. Like, I mean, one that we, I think, acknowledge to be a little bit more structured than that of, obviously, a Mirage or a Dust 2. However, is definitely one that, I mean, can lie to some of its greatest habits through some of the puggy play we've seen develop on it in the last couple of months.
Is this considered an Astralis stack? Discount.
Can we call it an Astralis stack if they miss 4 majors, guys? I mean, let's be real.
Or an Aura stack. That's what this is, lads. Let's see how this goes.
I'd rather call it that. They're
They
looking better than the Astralis did on the stage. Hashtag treat your players better, unironically.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Getting too political.
Steel going to make his way into Garage. See what he can go ahead and find now. They're going to start activating here, but the rifles are out, so this should be quick pickings here. Steal to find 2. That's going to be a 3rd. Give him the 4th. Oh, we're going to steal the ace this time? Nope, that's going to be steal. All 5 kills go against those pistols.
Stole from him last time on that anti-eco, right?
What was that?
It was.
Yeah, Chop stole it.
Yeah, Chop stole it from out under
Jerk.
him. It's on that second round, the beginning of these games. They just had a plan for their IGL to
paused. I think this
get
is
it going.
a technical, mic. No worky. Fixing it real quick. So 2-0 start. This is like, I don't want to, basically repeating myself, but this is about how we thought it was going to go. In map number 1, fortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, but it did not go that way. We did go ahead and get an OT here, but 2 rounds on T-side nuke is a very, very good look so far.
We just clip into that building? That's unrealistic. Come on, HLAE. Are you joking?
Listen, I'm not going to put the blame on the HL.
No.
All
Lay, come back.
me are familiar faces.
Baby, come back. Matt, can you hit that high note on the frag, pumped in caster volume to the crowd stream?
No.
Oh.
Can you?
When put up naturally, when put on the spot, no.
No, exactly. We got to warm ourselves up to it. He's just taking a quick nap real quick. It's been a long day for some.
Oh, man.
Much longer day for others.
Let's talk about it, right? I mean, Philadelphia 18 just doesn't appear, and the teams just show up and they're like, oh, I bet this was here already. No, our volunteers.
How dare there be a delay?
Our volunteers worked tirelessly as soon as they arrived in Kansas City, came to the Level Up Arena in Hy-Vee, and really just stuck this thing together very quickly. I mean, and in one night, they have this stage up, all of these stations. Yeah. It looks damn good.
We got to see it, too, for the most part.
Counter-Strike isn't all that's being played here this weekend. I think that is one of the most exciting things, right? Fighting games. It's going to be a very exciting one, right? I think that trying to bring that feeling, I think that it's very interesting that you see, Fragadelphia talk about it. Even Launders wanting to bring that, dream hack experience to, some of these local lands is probably one of the most important feats that you've seen most recently with the scene.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing that TOs are starting to avoid is just a one-game land now. The FGC, shout out that community. They're fantastic. I personally have had a great time when I was in Atlanta, getting to know them through just my connections and whatnot.
Right, getting to know all your Counter-Strike teammates is one thing. I mean, earlier this year at the couple IEM Dallases I've been to, the amount of different esports, gaming, entertainment faces you will see over there is truly incredible, and making that connection is one that is priceless. I don't know, man. Oh, no, Steele. No!
Wop,
Steele, you can't ride your bike away from that. Not today.
His legs are not the only thing that are broken there. Rip the ego, rip the dream.
So are our hearts.
You heard all the Steel fan react.
Steele's bicycle. Great reference. I'm off the hook today.
You are.
One of the best ESEA main teams to ever stand.
I was going to say, did Nate not see him? All right, but he did. Modem last alive in this 1v now 4, but that's going to be that. Or getting themselves on the board and womp womp. Can we call that Steel? Is that the new Steel spot? That exact location with that body? I'm calling it Steel the rest of the tournament.
He was not the first
That's
guy.
Steel. Uh-oh. We have Steel
Fragile.
Do you see where it was?
Much like my heart.
What
Please don't play with it, Matt.
Oh, you're getting warmed up? So Ashley has informed me. Guys, I'm going to shout out my wife real quick. Arsenity on Twitter.
Big and tall wife.
She made a bingo card of everything that me and Marky would say on the broadcast. It was supposed to be for both games, but she already got bingo. Taking our shoes off was not on them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get comfortable real quick.
Dude, my feetsies are actually cold here in this
I got you, Marky.
It's so freaking
I'm really warm.
cold in Kansas City, but I don't know, man.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Big D-Cast 2024.
He actually said that in
he did.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. My favorite indie film. Oh, look at this time.
Like Ships in the Night or whatever the cliche caster said. Oh, man. Ripping the hole in that boat, letting all the water in. It is 3 frags for Undone to to just melt them down. But here, they're going to be let in, Lay, ready to push their buttons.
No.
He's got one frag, and it's the wall bang from this position. But little did he know, the multi-frag with the potential here. Both of those double doors, they are going to slam shut. Repositioning is what is going to be throwing the mystery into the minds of Undone at this moment, because when you have this player just lying like a bug in the basement of the mobster right here, I mean, he's not going to be finding anything, and they're going to be needing a new wiretap, and it's going to have to come to A.
I really like Leah's repositioning there. I really like that a lot. I felt like the timings are kind of in his favor in terms of not getting killed at least, but force Undone to rotate. But unfortunately, it won't matter. This will be Undone's round here for V2. They're going to save all that they can here on the side of Aura. We'll go ahead and wait for the time to tick away. But one round here on the CT side, not looking too good. My bare minimum on my T side is typically 4.
I'm going to break character, okay? Where is everybody getting this Chick-fil-A from?
Tawa, where'd you get that? Did they open it?
Dude, there's no way that the Hy-Vee Arena has multiple restaurants and stores and a level up arena for your local LAN possibilities.
What happened?
What? I want a chicken sandy.
Yeah.
I want it all.
It's Fragadelphia. Welcome to FRAG. We just scream. We do whatever we want.
Are we right back to schedule, Matt?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have a fun tournament.
Nah, no fun. Serious, Marky. No fun.
Serious.
Yeah, sit up.
Fragadelphia, real stakes. Here's CXCI, obviously acknowledging that. 1 kill, slow start here in this series. We can even say that agitation. Eric Duffy going to get immediately taken down, but the spam here that he did help find was not worthless by any means. Space. It's taken and the investigation, but here it's looking like Chop is the better detective. Good police there from Hut.
Think he got it in him? Does he got that dog in him?
Woof.
1v4. We'll see if he can do it. The good news is they're all hit at least. See if we can do it. Oh, you dirty! You did me dirty. All right, there you go, wife. Dun 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 dun. Dun,
this is
dun,
unbelievable.
Dun, dun, dun. Whoever did that, you did my ass dirty. Oh man. All right. I hate you, King, so much. 1v4. Put Chaz back on the mic. I miss him. 1v4. Can he do it? 40 seconds left. The bomb is finally being planted. Felt like this round was over 30 seconds ago here, Marky.
It was actually over 45 seconds, pal. Maybe, never mind. Yeah, maybe we can like brush the jokes aside for a moment. We can touch on how exactly these Fragadelphia tournaments are run. Fragadelphia, first and foremost, a passion project, and I mean, you know, seeing it reach the pinnacle of the tournament cycle here at Fragadelphia 18 after 10 events from 2023, since 2023, excuse me. Obviously, we're all very happy from this. And to have this opportunity to be here with you all in Kansas City means so much. But, I mean, the Passion Project suggests that we're all here doing this for the love of the game. That's why you came out to Kansas City, was to show exactly what you could add to that chapter.
Yeah.
Whether you're getting an opportunity to show face on a new team and get that first look at LAN, like Undone do, with Skadoodle and Steel leading them, or you're a player that's on the cusp. I mean, let's talk about it. Grizz is playing with a mix this weekend. This is a guy that can light up the server and let all the top teams know in Kansas City why the hell they should have picked him up 6 months ago.
We'll see. You know, this is a pretty solidified roster at this point, right? Modem jumping from team to team. Just
like, Modem has found his spot, right? Like,
he has now. It's fantastic.
They're all happy endings.
No, yeah, hopefully it's a happy ending. Not a one-and-done season for them. We know how unstable amateur Counter-Strike can be. That's going to be a kill there for Skadaddy. Go against these pistols. He does have the AK in his hands. Can bro cook. Not clearing it fully. They find a kill without losing anybody, but some damage done. Now 2 rifles in the hands of Aura. We'll see what they can go ahead and pull out of this one here, but any damage is good damage at this point. And that's going to be sexy. Taken out 9. That's one of the AKs now down. It's now 3v4. Not looking too great for Aura, but like I said, anything to go ahead and potentially give them an advantage is what they need right now, whether it be economy or just bringing in a rifle into that next round.
Bomb down by Ska. 5th round going to be posted up in time. I mean, even referring back to the vibes shared by Skadoodle, Nothings, Braxton, Swag, Pierce, all led by Grape at times. As their 5th, you had Marco Polo over there as well. They had quite a feat this summer. Didn't go too far until they actually got their hands into an advanced placement. We're a team that did not make playoffs. We're just in my, I do, if I remember correctly, actually, no, we're just at that 17th. I was thinking that we were still doing the 16-team playoff. We're just on that cusp. Unfortunately, did end up going out. I mean, I'm not seeing them right now. I'll get official details on that in a minute. Obviously, we're seeing the ESEA Advanced Series going to be really lit up there. I do believe you had your first grand finalist booked. I am racking my mind. I believe it was not Make Your Mind, correct?
If I say what I want to say, I may be prosecuted, but it's Wanted Goons or those guys, I believe. But yeah. So Bear and Frizzy leading the Goons squad going up against the I don't know who's on the other team. I'm gonna tell you, I don't think it happened yet. Was it not happening tonight?
There should be some of these going ahead. I think we actually had to change some scheduling here to accommodate some advanced teams. Thanks to those at the Level Up Arena. And I'll even give my own personal anecdotal shout out. Yesterday, I had to do a broadcast, and I mean, these wonderful people here at the Level Up and Hy-Vee Arena were more than happy to give me a place in order to do everything, which, I mean, probably, I did not get to attend, unfortunately, the main Fragadelphia events before this one. However, this is my favorite venue I've been to.
I think it's by far the best one I've been to. It's hard to top that one in Philly and Nerd Street, but this one may take the cake. Definitely feels like old school lands right now.
Right.
When I was much younger.
Yes, Make Your Mind have their tickets booked into that final, with Wanted Goons having the other option in that lower bracket. Chop here. Just going to be putting them on notice. I mean, this does not have a vibe at all if you're going to reach back to the results again in the metaphor to Steel and Skadoodle's summer. I mean, certainly they've calmed down. I mean, personally on the stage, feeling like they have dealt with the demons there to deal with the first game. This is their map pick, and they want to get back right on schedule.
Yeah, I mean, this is how we thought. You said map 1, this is how it was supposed to go. So now here we are, 6-1 lead, another timeout coming on through. It's going to be a production pause or tech pause. We'll see what's going on now. Tech pause. Yeah, not tech. We'll see what's going on here, if they can fix anything. Getting the in-ears and the headset back on. Down there helping them out. With 6-1 on T side. 6 rounds on T side here on Nuke is a very, very, very good start here. There's a lot of these other games going on as well. I believe every PC station, but maybe 2 are being used right now, it seems. So everybody either warming up or playing right now out here in Kansas City. It's a shame, man. You know, it's a shame we don't got more gamers here. This is such a big venue, and there's just so much room for all of the NACS fans here, man. It is such a good spot.
And what you mean by that is, like, I mean, it's just Counter-Strike on this Thursday and Friday,
that's
right?
True.
The other events that are non-Counter-Strike based are going to be kicking off Saturday, Sunday, and obviously acknowledging where all of that connection comes through, rounding it back to our conversation we just had a couple of moments ago about how important it is for culturally to be boosting that at FRAG events. I mean, come on, that's incredible.
I say they breed champions here. They do. JBA, I believe, he was playing under Limitless, I believe, last time he was at a FRAG. And then you got Lake. He won not only Launder's Land, but he then placed really well.
I have a personal vendetta against Launders for claiming Lake when he got second at FRAG Chicago 23. First, he can actually only be claimed for one land. So
we got those two going on, and then there's just a lot of talents coming out of here. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think. This might be Fruit Cup's first land. I'm not 100%, but
Fruit Cup came to the land in Philly at X-Tap 1.
okay, all right.
He was there with the Den, if I do recall correctly.
Oh, he was there.
Yes.
Huh. I don't remember that.
A brief tech pause that we are just combing through to get this thing back underway on Nuke. The team currently on your screens, map pick, and toted by, of course, that man that you see on the far right. I wouldn't say far right. He's more logistically in the middle. I don't know if I need to clarify that. I don't know if you need to clarify this. Yeah, that's a major MVP you're looking at.
Is it?
In North America's one and only.
Who is it? Can't tell.
Don't do that.
I might.
Don't do that.
Did he show up?
Don't do that.
Did he fall off the map? Or not the map. Didn't he, like, just go kaplat?
Sometimes you got to take your, like, Bruce Wayne going and, like, learning all the martial arts from Ra's al Ghul arc and then, like, come back to NACS, like Stanislaw, start from the beginning, build the roster up. I mean, it's really funny to think that back in those conversations when, when they were getting going and it was exactly Forsaken, excuse me, I had to bring that back to my tongue for the moment. They were playing with Viz. They were playing with CXCI, right? I mean, this was a lineup that has certainly changed. I mean, obviously, we're toting that all, but, I mean, changes along the way. We acknowledge that part of that lineup was Matum, was Grizz, was Call Me Sue, right? Like, they had a lot of change over there, and it was a great time. Warden also a part of that championship, obviously, when that project was just beginning to go. And a guy that, honestly, it's kind of a crime that we haven't talked about it. And a guy that a lot of people thought was reaching his ceiling was infinite, right? I mean, what a guy. On Party Astronauts, we're going to see them get to go later this afternoon. However, Undone still got to put the details back up on this. Cross the D's, dot the I, whatever you want to say, Vinny. I say, get things done. Probably get the hell out before that clock starts to tick for Duffy to get in with 2 more picks.
Modem chop now down in this 4v3 in favor of Aura for now. Bomb going to be trying picked up here from Skadoodle. Having a hard time reaching for it. His tiny T-Rex arms not going to help him any there. Patiently waiting, steal. Oh, look at this. Jump.
Oh, and he gets down off the ladder.
Yeah, crowd about to give it away.
I think we got a responsible crowd here. Thanks, guys.
Good job, half crowd. Just 2 left now. Skadoodle, Sexy. Last 2 alive. I think they're trying to stay alive at this point to save the op and save that AK, trying to make some space maybe.
I disagree. I mean, throw your head at the wall and just try and 2v4 ball. Like, they have 5.7s across the board. I don't think you do know that.
Yeah.
However, the low HP on Skadoodle can certainly confirm it. CXCI taking contact out and finding Reckless back of the site, and they're just immediately traded out by the Choppington. Those are 2 more added to his trophy cabinet. They're are going to try and get this thing back, but look, let's take a look at this series in totality. I gotta say, Aura have done more than enough in order to, you know, have the Tea Party shake it in their boots, and for Mike to be raising their eyebrow and making sure that they don't write off Aura, right? Because they can steal more than a map off of them.
I'm not really, you know, going back to kind of like what I was saying versus like how much are they willing to show versus how much they actually have right now. I'm not seeing anything too terribly crazy T side right now from Undone. I think it's just basic, just very, very basic. You know, I think we saw Renegade pistol. I think that was about it. But that's not, everyone knows how to do that at this point, right? And so we'll see.
In a game like this, you don't want to end up shooting yourself in the foot, right?
Yep. You don't want to reveal.
Especially when, 1, showing exactly what your playbook's going to be looking like, and 2, doing too much and then losing to a pug lineup that is going to be seeing through those white lines anyway. Matum going to be putting Choppington on notice after CXCI ripped out of the first minute of this round, but it is Skadoodle that waits and just lurches outside to try and net one back within the scoped crosshairs here. However, it seems like this Aura roster is not satisfied with the ground they currently hold. They look for more.
Little by little. I wonder if Undone's starting to kind of respect the gangsta, I dare say. But look at that. What a beautiful play there from Aura. respecting they're starting to kind of respect Aura. You know, we saw it last game, like Aura capable of winning a map. We saw it then. But they're not doing anything too crazy. Like I said, they're not like, you know, they're not just like dry swinging things or dry picking, etc. But like, they're taking their time. They're being methodical about it, and they're not just throwing their bodies at things. So I'm here for it. Got to go ahead and give Aura their flowers. Let's go 1-for-1, and that's Modem. Well, doing Modem things. Now a 2v2 op in the hands of both teams. It's going to be Modem 9-2. That's going to be Skadoodle finding one. Dude, he last alive. Not going to get hit by that, but he knows. He had a read on him, Skadoodle. 2 for him, 3 for Modem. That is a bro ace between the two. That's 7 now here for Undone. 3 more rounds left in the half, and this is, you know, this is starting to look like that one's, you know, I know they just got that winning A round on the side of Aura, but this is looking like that one-sidedness we were kind of talking about.
Let's talk about what we're hearing to our right. So while doing my due diligence, you know, going around and bothering every player that I can, like taking time away from their warm-up and like yapping, I said hello to a couple of the members of the Tea Party who obviously were excited for this group play. They just got real loud after a big win they just found. Shoppington. He is going to be looking forward to that matchup. They're quite warmed up for it. He's warmed up by the Molly as well. Burned to bits, but just shoved out by the headshot of Seals AK. Duppy, been awfully tenacious with that AWP. Gets one and keeps it at a 4-4 space. But Nate still lying within the lurches here. And now Aura, they just stand on this business. When do they show their full hand?
Taking the time outside player here. It's going to be Nate finding one. He's looking for more. Molly goes down. He can play around with this smoke. That will be exposed quickly, but the trades are there. Dupe is here. Trying to get the timing. He does. Chop. Now going to be a 1v3. Bomb not in his hands either. So he's got to go ahead and find that. I believe it's outside with the other 2 individuals, so we'll see how. I want to play this one on out. Round pretty much over, but you have so much in your pocket. You know, I'm going to go with what you were kind of saying earlier. Just go for it. Chop very capable of these clutches, but he's having to clear absolutely everything. No stone can be left unturned, and that's exactly why. So he's able to find 1. 2 left. Boys on Aura. Going to assume he's going to come through secret. Kind of ready for it right now. They should here. I mean, they have to squeeze save. I think that's what they're going to call it there. But Reckless having a tough start once again. He was 0-12 last game. He's now 1-8 this one. So he got started a bit earlier compared to last game. But Aura going to be able to find their 3rd. We'll see if they can go ahead and, you know, claw back maybe 1 more round before this is done and dusted here for half number 1 at least. But right now, Undone still has got the money. They're without an op, though. So we'll see how Skadoodle can play with that rifle on Nuke here. But look at that. Aura going to be able to buy up fully as well. Believe maybe missing 1 or 2 pieces of util. We're also missing some kits. So that might have to be something we're going to notate later on. LC3, Leah, and Nate, all without kits. So we'll see how this one goes.
Choppington just rises from the Asian vent and tries to make a means towards this crevice position, looking for it. Audio cue given, and really this execute popped in. You could say it's driven. They have gotten those entries oh so clean, but it's a 3v3 after Nate has just found the Inkling outside and Lay has just gotten kill in. This should not be around that Aura has any business in, but there's the bomb dropped, and in their LLC, I gotta say, they're gonna be looking good at the end of this quarter. They're gonna be pulling at least a 4th in.
Chop, though, another 1vx for Undone. We'll see what they can do in here. That's not going to be able to. Aura able to scrape another round in their favor. Undone, can they get their 8th, or is Aura going to be able to find their 5th here? We'll find out here shortly, obviously, but right now the money, oh boy, not looking good at all for the side of Undone. We'll see what they want to go to cook up here. Very interesting buys. Selecting the util rather than an arsenal in terms of weapons. But we're going to trust Skadoodle on that AK. The rest of the play needs something. So this is going to be, I can only imagine, a semi-fast play here. A lot of util getting thrown out. both ends. Here we go, Chop making his way on down. Now it's going to be only one individual, kind of. I mean, I'm confused. I can only imagine how Aura's feeling, but that's going to be Modem and Sexy both down. Now it's going to be a 3v5. Undone trying to find this last round, but Aura in the driving seat right now as they find 2 more.
I gotta say, a 7-5 is a lot better than I had kind of envisioned for me. I joked and referred to that AGO and Navi series from ESL Pro League. It was a tenacious overtime and then a stomping, like a 13-1. That's what I served up, because, I mean, you would expect nothing more. I gotta say, if anything, I mean, that's what they wanted. Are Aura just playing like that right now? It's kind of unbelievable how shook on the stage. I wouldn't maybe say shook on the stage. Hell, help me find a word for it. This is insane, what we're seeing. And it's just these opening stage matchups, right? Yeah. It's not in the playoffs, but for these players, it may be their damn major. They're going to try their hardest, right? When they get the opportunity to play on the stage, they want the lights to be on them the brightest.
Okay, here we go. One squad here is down. That's going to be Aura finding these kills, trying to find more, but bringing it back will be Undone. Going to be 2v3 now. Modem and Chop. Last 2 alive. Modem not as hot as he was last map. Still performing as down goes Chop. Modem 1v3, now 1v2. The bomb is planted. He's got to make a move and as well. Double swing, can't do anything about that. And Aura's 1 round away from tying this on up. A map we thought Undone was going to be able to find easily.
I mean, that is a crazy, probably lead-changing attempt. It's a pistol round out here, and Undone, it's probably a higher percentage. They go ahead and just retake all of the momentum here by reaching deep into their pockets, and all they can pull out is $2,000 to spend accordingly. I don't know where exactly they have gone with that budgeting. However, you see where it's important to them in some of the belts. The utility is strong.
We'll see if Aura can get things going here. A lot invested into this round here, but Undone investing a decent amount too. Just not going to be as strong as an arsenal as they'd like, obviously, but pistols, scout, Modem. I think he wanted that to go a bit deeper so they can push into it, but not sure. He's just playing around now, trying to see if anybody's willing to bite, phase through that smoke. For now, though, Aura going to reposition themselves, try and get their way towards ramp. Now making their way up. It's going to be a very, very slow round here. They're just trying to find something here. Undone just wants Aura to bite somewhere so they can start moving, because right now, playing very they were playing very spread out. Now they're closer together here. Clearing all of this out. Probably just post up here and catch somebody off guard. This is a very, I don't know, it's not a normal position by any means here, but definitely going to try and catch somebody off guard here. This is Steel down here in Ninja. This is going to be who we want to watch here with that MP9.
Matt, they have a 6th member of Undone here, and they're hitting on 20 seconds right now. Matum has just got the kill on Nate. The other button on the Aurora side is being pressed, and it's that panic switch, and right here is the switch being hit at the back of his sight by Matum to just say goodnight. It's a 3K. He even carries the number, and it's a 4. How are you doing today? It's Matum's ace, and Thursday is feeling damn well. Philadelphia 18 just off to a hot start, but Matum, he must be waving his hand off. Hot damn, what an ace to kick that off in the second half.
Ace of the day, 3K with the 5.7, able to clean up the last 2 with the rifle there. Beautiful, beautiful ace there for Modem. I did not have that in the cards there for them at all. I thought after that first kill, I was like, oh, okay, well, here we go. This is practically over. And then boom, next thing we know, that's somehow Undone's round. So Aura with a big investment last round, not going to work out. Undone able to pick up a Galil and an AK going into this round. So now everyone's got a gun in their hand, whether they like it or not. We're going to see now Skadoodle with the Scout. We'll see if I think it's probably the first time we've seen Skadoodle with the Scout the entire series so far. I don't think we saw it on Ancient. He had it last round, but now this round as well. We'll see if he can cook with it, or is it just not kind of thing for him. But a lot of space taking from Aura. Beautiful kill there. Sexy good night. Modem, though, able to go ahead to refrag elsewhere. He's down 3v4. Here we go. The shots are there. Can't find him. Skill with the double kill with the scout. And there it is. That's going to be Undone finding another. So they're hopefully able to pick up the rifles. They are. Gets rid of that MP9. So now, look at that. They have an array of guns here right now. Give me an A1S and an AWP, and that would be a rainbow of guns. And I'd really appreciate that. Or a FAMAS, MP9. Okay, we'll take it. Is that something you look for? I feel like I feel like I'm like one of the only people that looks for the rainbow. Just all different guns.
Me when I think back to FRAG X Tap 2.
Yeah.
You know who was playing with the Mongolian boys? One Chinese member.
Yeah.
Calamity.
Yeah, that's
the MP9er.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, they unfortunately put it in the array. However, they go for the more expensive buy today. Steel gets that Galil shoved over towards his bench, and they actually go up for everything on the big green, hand it over to Ska, says, do your thing.
It's a big round here for, I say it's a big round when they're on an eco here, but they can convert this one to get themselves back into it. They need some sort of like that momentum swap here, because right now Undone winning the ace round there from Modem, that should not have happened. That should have been Aura's round, but they need to make up for that huge error now. And with, the deagle in hand here for Dupe, it's very possible, but not too terribly sure. Nothing else to work with. No util, no armor, no nothing. They're just going to go ahead and try and move around, see if they can get a pick or two. As this timing here, it's sexy, man. It's been 3 times now he's looked away. It's like COD timing. It really is. Where he's just looked away and he could have gotten that kill, but he'll get some more damage on Undone because he knew Dupe was there. The initial fight, there it is. He'll finally take him on out. The dance between the two now over. The 5v, the ball flies. Now here we go. Skadoodle able to find 1, 2 left now. On the side of Aura, trying to post up these Glocks, trying to find anything at this point, but a bit of repositioning going on here as well. Both squads is the, oh man, is that the MP9? That's Steel. Not going too terribly well, and that's going to be Sexy Motive cleaning it on up. That's Undone. Finding their 10th, needing 3 more to secure the series. See if they can keep it going, or is this Aura's time to shine here with the bye?
No, they're making up for lost time. They are. This was supposed to be over on the
They should be getting lunch
line.
right now,
I mean, you were supposed to be walking into this thing going, all right, Undone, they have waltzed into this thing. Opportunity to go into the stage on a lineup that was just put together less than a month ago on the parts that matter, right? I mean, you talk about firepower. That's the conversation with Undone. Steel and Skadoodle have been out of practice for a little while, right? I mean, these guys getting back into their step, trying to find where this event is going to be friendly to them. Obviously, with a lot of experience now, we know in the coaching spot with Stunna behind them, they shouldn't not be able to figure this out. I mean, they certainly have, but I mean, they're concerned with this along the way. I mean, but how do you even wipe the sweat off your brow if it doesn't even get there to begin with, right? CXCI gets the opening kill outside. I honestly prompted up that conversation like he was about to get the multi, one and done kills on there.
He was setting him up for success. But unfortunately, we don't see that. I love this. These heavy lurks outside, making his way all the way to T-spawn practically. I think, he spotted? Sure. Doesn't matter, he was spotted anyways. But here we go, Skadoodle, big kill there. That's going to be now 2 left, Lamb, Choppington, and Nia. See if they can go ahead and do it, but both players' whereabouts now known. Able to find 1, that's going to be that, Undone. 11-6 now, 2 rounds away from wrapping this one on up, and they will play potentially Might. I guess, I don't know if I want to call that just yet, but...
I do not think Tea Party will probably come out on top of Undone. Yeah. Unfortunately, Tea Party, the main to intermediate mixed team, probably has nothing on the more experience, right? If you want to see exactly line up where they're playing, right? They should never go ahead and upset the advanced squad, right? Yeah. Or any team with that sort of experience level. However, you literally saw that on your first map. So, I mean, that's the type of tournament And the tempo,
Here
the
we
solace
go.
we've started up with, flashed in, dashed in, and CXCI with 2 more to his tally, and he's looking for a third, and he's out with the golden eye. The USP is here to just collect it, and all in the meantime, you let in the AWP, you get a kill, you open the door, and you say, Nate, you can come into this half, but it's just for this much. You only get 1, and you have been steamrolled all the way over. They want a 6th to just end this thing.
You know what they say about rounds? 1 round is all it takes. May not be how the song goes.
Maybe not this time.
Maybe not this time, but we also said that about the last game too. But
Yes,
it's a lot of work to make up. 6 rounds is not an easy task to send this thing into OT, especially on a map like Nuke. But granted, they are on T side, so maybe they can pull something together. It's very doubtful, but I'm not going to call it impossible here. Here we go. Nate not going to be able to make his way down, chop through the smoke and blinded, able to find a 1. Kind of hoping for that second there, and that's going to be both. Not trying to find the smoke now again. Can't do it. But now it's a 4v4. Nope. Just making sure it's clear. No one can't get taken out from behind here. But now the Molly will go ahead. Be put out. Dude, the timings are insane right now. Not sure if he's going to be able to find anything, but Sexy will find his first, finding his second maybe. If Flash will go ahead and give himself here, finding his second, give him the third. No, the pistol has to come on out. And that'll be that. Nice. Just 1 by 1 they fell, and that will be the first series winners. We see Undone. We'll wait for their next opponent in Might versus Tea Party. And then we obviously got some more games. We'll be doing a bit of a caster swap here as well.
Yes.
For game number 2. And then I'm not too sure who they're going to be playing, or they're going to be casting, excuse me. But overall, you know, Aura doing a lot better than what we
Yeah,
thought
they had
do.
excellent showing.